Welcome in.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together, taste better.
May Oil Company, a four-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
This is Clay Doggett, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on
Welcome in, everyone, to Giles County High
farmland,
School, the Hart
vibrant
Mayfield
small
Gymnasium
towns,
here at
and
Giles County High
neighbors who
School.
always lend a
Scott,
helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events,
just one second.
supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues
All right, welcome
to
in,
be a
everyone.
shining
This is
example
Scott Stewart
of
bringing you,
Tennessee's
and
best.
Mark Mize, as a matter of fact, bringing you action from Giles County High School, the Hart Mayfield Gymnasium, where we saw barn burner the other night, Mark. Giles County boys ran out to double-digit lead, held a double-digit lead most of the night against Spring Hill boys, only to see Spring Hill come back on the back of a 36-point effort from one of their players, and then Giles County ended up going into overtime. Giles County's Deshaun Howard drains a three that pulls the game even, and then Giles County's able to pull out the overtime victory. It was an exciting night for basketball. Of course, we're going to be also talking about Giles County girls. Giles County girls also won their game, but in a much bigger fashion.
I was going to say, Scott, not quite as much of a nail-biter there. I believe it was 62-14 was the final there.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
one of the top 10 biggest margin of victories I can believe that I remember since covering for Giles County, but really good early season for both programs. Lady Bobcats come in tonight 6-2 on the campaign. Lady Tigers of Fayetteville City 0-5, and Giles County's already beat them pretty handedly once. So should be fun though here at the Hardin Mayfield Gymnasium.
It will be. We got the girls matchup coming up here in a little less, about 4.5 minutes. We also have the boys matchup that'll be coming up after that. We'll talk a little bit about it as we move along. We're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout. Let's take 2 minutes, get some of our sponsors in there. Appreciate all of our sponsors. We want to make sure that everybody knows these guys make these broadcasts possible. So if you hear somebody that you know or a business that you go to or one that you might have been thinking about going to, make sure you give them some business. Make sure you stop them and say, hey, thanks for carrying these ball games. We are also, by the way, streaming over on the KSR Sports Facebook page if you would like to watch that. So let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on KSR Sports.
We've been cutting prices at Murray Chevrolet GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Ray with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, why the throwback uniform?
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy Sundrop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold Sundrop today.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
All right, we're back in here, Mark. As you can hear, the Giles County High School band has gotten all their stuff set up. They're over there going. We'll be able to hear them the rest of the night, and I love to hear the band in the gym, man. It makes it hard to hear sometimes, but it adds to the atmosphere, so it's good to see them. These two teams have played, Mark, as you said a minute ago. Giles County girls are 5-1. So far,
I believe 6-2.
6-2. Okay, well, they haven't marked some of these games on their max preps. But anyway, having lost to Page, and then defeated Spring Hill, Fayetteville, Lincoln County, Spring Hill, and then there's another one that must be in
Summit, I believe. Summit.
That's the boys. I don't know that they played.
Oh, okay.
We don't even.
Well, here. Luckily, Coach T actually does have it correct.
Okay.
So give me just a
Good.
second.
Yeah, go check
I'll
them.
pull that up.
Go check that out. We're going to be getting starting lineups here in just a minute. But hey, these two teams met earlier. Giles County was the victor in that matchup, having defeated Fayetteville City in their previous matchup. Let's see, 55-39. In that game, your leading scorer for Giles County was Ashlyn Coleman. Mariah Holt chipped in 16 points. Katie Pipkins had 15. Kinsley Morris with 4. For Fayetteville City, your top scorer was Jaden Garner 11. 9 points for Callie Morris. And then, let's see, you had Caden Parks with 6. Tiasia Ewing with 6. And then a young lady who apparently is not on the team anymore, Tricia Clark with 6, as well as Elena Sheridan with 2. What you got? What did you end up with?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they are 6-2, and it was Summit. They beat them 43-42.
Well, I saw where the boys had played them, but they don't have that on their results. So
the
that's
Lady Cats on a 5-game winning streak right now, and just what a job Fred Stager has done the last 2 years. 2 years ago, they were 4-23.
Oh,
and look
I know.
at them now.
I know, yes.
Just a huge turnaround. Really impressed, especially these girls who bought in, even on a down year, and really have built this program back to where I think they're going to be top 3 in the district this year.
I think you're right. And I tell you what, we're going to stop just real quick. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Be back in 1 minute on KSR Sports.
We meet by accident, a play on words. But when you need us, we're there. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair is a trusted friend when you need auto repairs or auto body work. We specialize in making you feel at ease in a time that can be uncertain at best. We take the worry away and give you our very best. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair, a trusted friend when you need us. Call 363-0539 or drop by 716 North 1st Street, Pulaski.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at biggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
All right, welcome back in. We just got through with the national anthem. We are going to get our starting lineups called out here. We'll try to give them to you as we go along. As Mark said, Giles County's on a 5-game winning streak, and I was so impressed with the amount of improvement that I saw from several players and the team as a whole. You're right. This team's got a chance to do some special stuff here this season after having such a tough year, tough couple of years leading up to it.
And looking for the Giles County Lady Bobcats is going to be Katie Pipkins, Ashlyn Coleman, Mariah Holt, Kinsley Morris, and Akaria Reese. That is the starting lineup that you've probably become accustomed to if you've been out to see the Lady Bobcats this season. 6-2 on the campaign. Really strong unit there. And of note, only one of those, Katie Pipkins, are seniors. So another great team coming back next year. When we talked to Fred Stager in the preseason, he kind of was saying, you lose Carson Brown, you lose, of course, Kaya Gibson and some of those seniors. And the question was, who is going to step up? And he said quite a few players, Pipkins, Morris and Coleman of the upperclassmen, have stepped up into those leadership roles. And you just look at the talent top to bottom. By the way, I didn't even mention Brea Smith, a tremendously talented
who had a great
game
the other night against Spring Hill too, by the way.
She's a freshman.
And she comes off the bench, right? She's not starting.
She does. But just really, really quality. And then finally, look at the size they have in Morris and Reese. You're not going to see that level of size at a lot of programs at this level. Really, really impressive there. And so they're just a tough team. They have a lot of players who can score, and they just do a lot of things well, Scott.
Yeah, size. They've got very, very talented. They're young, got a lot of enthusiasm and confident, very confident out there on the floor right now. We'll see how that goes for them this season. But the key, one of the keys they have is that Akaria Holt is going to stand over top of. Akaria Reese is going to stand over top of just about everybody that she plays against, and when it's hard, it really gives them a whole other element of their offense when she can do. And she didn't really score against this team last time. Starters for Fayetteville City will be Elena Sheridan, Tiasia Ewing, Jaden Garner, Caden Parks, and Callie Morris.
And this is a team that can shoot a lot of three-pointers, especially with Parks and Morris there. So look for that to be a big part of their game.
All right, the tip is controlled to Pipkins. She gets it to Mars. Mars almost loses it, but it'll now be kicked out top to Pipkins, who will take a top of the key three. Bank that thing home. Bank is open early here at the at the Hardin Mayfield Gymnasium, and Katie Pipkins starts the game off with a three-pointer for Giles County.
And that's one of the things she does so well. Such a great shooter, also a great defender, just really, really impressive. 3-year starter for the Lady Bobcats.
All right, shot goes out of bounds there for Fayetteville. I'm going to be calling Spring Hill to start this game off with. But for Fayetteville City, 7.5 minutes left. Giles County leads 3-0. Katie Pipkins starting off on fire from the top of the key. And now Mariah Holt's going to bring it up for Giles County. There's Pipkins in the right wing. Now all the way on the left wing to Holt. Holt is very impressive. There's a right corner shot, three-pointer on the way, no good. By the way, that first three-pointer was the first Realty Group three-pointer. I forgot to get that in there. Fayetteville City brings it down there in the lane. Shot up over Reese, good. That is Caden Parks for her first two of the night, and the score is 3-2 with 7 minutes left.
Of
in the
note,
first period.
this Fayetteville City team has a lot of starting experience. You know, these players have been playing together for quite a while.
Yep.
I know I've seen Parks for 3 straight years, Morris for 3 straight years. Would have said the same for Atricia Clark. Tasia Ewing's been around a while, and Clark had a huge game last year versus Giles County, so tough to not have her tonight for the Lady Tigers.
Mariah Holt in the corner, Ashlyn Coleman, three-pointer on the way, count it. That's right, Ashlyn Coleman now with her first points of the game, 3 for her. First Realty Group 3 for her. First Realty Group 3 for Katie Pipkins. And we're 6-2 with 6.5 minutes left in the first period. Giles County leads 6-2 over Fayetteville City. Parks takes it, drives, kicks it out to Ewing. Ewing has it stolen away. There's Morris. Now she's going to feed it to Mariah Holt. Mariah Holt with the left hand. Count that too as well. And now Mariah Holt is on the score sheet. And Giles County has an 8-2 lead over Fayetteville City.
Just great defense there. And Tasia Ewing is a really strong point guard, honestly. The fact they were able to pick her pocket there and then run the transition offense so well. I mean, Giles County, they're really in their element with a very veteran group. Despite the fact of, like we said, only one senior in the starting lineup.
That's the confidence I was talking about. You can just feel it out there. They know what they're doing. They know what they want to do. And there's another steal away for Katie Pipkins, and she's going to race down the other end and put the layup in. And that's going to be 5 points now for Katie, as Giles County's lead balloons out to 10-2.
And it's funny, too, because they're not even particularly a half-court pressing them here. The fact they're just playing strong defense, anticipating, getting in those passing lanes.
Causing turnovers. That's another turnover they've caused over on that same sideline right in front of the coach. I'm sure it makes him happy. Forcing those turnovers. We're going to get a full timeout here. We're going to take 30 seconds. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on KSR Sports.
First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and our loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They're our friends and our neighbors. Together, we're making communities great. Member FDIC.
We are back here at Hardin Mayfield Gymnasium. Your Giles County Lady Bobcats with a 10-2 lead over Fayetteville City. 5.5 minutes left in the first period. I'm along with Mark Mize, who is here doing double duty tonight. He's going to do a little newspaper reporting and radio broadcasting. Welcome in, Mark.
Absolutely. I will say, so Elijah Watkins taught me pretty well on the videography part. I apologize. I'm going to get better as the game goes on. I think I'm doing a good job so far, but I don't know how the folks at home feel.
I kept forgetting to do it. My first time out, of course, all this looked really new to me, and I kept forgetting to do it. But by the end of the game, I was doing a lot better.
Well, it's such an impressive setup that
Sure.
KSR has. Really, I've just been very impressed with what they have and what they put together this year.
Sure, yeah. There's a three-pointer on the way for Fayetteville City, and that's by Callie Morris, and she drains the three.
That is Morris's game. She's been doing that ever since she was a freshman, and she's a girl who will hit 5 or 6 threes a game if you don't take that seriously there. So really got to stay on her.
So Giles County leads 10-5, but now the ball's stolen away from Reese. Morris go in the paint, kick it out. Three-pointer on the way, bounces around, won't go, but rebound comes down to Garner. Garner kicks it over to Sheridan. Her shot no good, rebound, and now Ashlyn Coleman's going to bring it up for Giles County. Coleman over in the corner to Pickens. She brings it back around. She's going to take a right wing three. No good. Rebound is snatched away by Sheridan. Now Fayetteville City gets it back up. Try to hit Garner as she's breaking to the basket, but it will be thrown out of bounds.
New in the game now, we have number 2, Jaylee Hicks.
Who also played really well the other night against Spring Hill as well.
One thing that I am kind of interested in an early storyline, Scott, was I really thought one of Giles County's biggest advantages would be the post, but really that's not how they've played it thus far.
They haven't tried to get down there yet. They did a lot against a lot of give and go stuff against Spring Hill, but not so far against Fayetteville, as Ashley Coleman battling underneath, missed a shot, got her a rebound, missed another shot. Morris comes away with it, goes up against another Morris in Kinsley Morris, but then has to kick it back out top to Parks. Now here's Morris again, three-pointer on the way, and she is good. That's 2 three-pointers for Morris. And now the score is all of a sudden evened up a little bit, Mark, as Fayetteville City's gotten heated up from outside. 10-8, Giles County leads, 3.5 minutes left in the first period.
Like I said, I anticipated they would have the same general vibe as they did last year with so many returning players, as that one was thrown out of bounds, Fayetteville City ball. But they're a team that almost wants to shoot more three-pointers than two-pointers by the end of the night. And on nights where they're hot, they become pretty hard to guard.
That could be dangerous, exactly. So that pass from Coleman over to Hicks was a little high. Hicks couldn't come away with it. Another turnover for Giles County. There's Morris again, three-pointer on the way. It's no good. Rebound, Holt. It'll be knocked out of bounds off of Garner for Fayetteville City, and Giles County will keep the ball. I tell you, Mariah Holt made a couple of moves last week down there in the block. She did a spin move and scoop that looked like she'd been playing for a long time in high school.
I'll tell you, back whenever she was an 8th grader and Brea Smith was a 7th grader, one of the best duos at guard for Bridgeforth that I think I've ever seen in my time covering. And just another reason that this Giles County team has so much upside with those young players.
Fayetteville City had some numbers, and it's Kaden Parks pulling up for her 4th point and to tie this ball game at 10-10. With 2:50 left here in the first period.
Like we said, we kind of know who Fayetteville City is. Ewing is a great creator at the point guard position, but
there we go.
Oh, go ahead and call that one.
They got it down to Reese finally, and there's her first basket of the night, and it's 12-10 Giles County.
Ooh.
But on the other end, Garner puts a deuce up, and now it's 12-12.
Lady Bobcats don't get back on defense there. Really can't afford that. But once again, Ewing, really the point guard who creates the plays, but almost all the scoring is going to come from Parks and Morris tonight. And so if you can shut those 2 players down, you can go a long way towards shutting down Fayetteville City as a whole.
Ashley Coleman jumper's no good. Rebound down to Fayetteville City, but Ashley's going to jump in front of that. Everybody in the gym saw that coming. Mariah Holt, three-pointer, left wing. Oh, no good off the glass. And now they're going to go the other way real fast. Morris gets it, goes to the basket. She'll be fouled by Hicks, but will not make the basket. So she'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Interesting note, we went over 6 minutes before we got our first foul tonight.
That's pretty good.
Makes for a quick ball game, Scott.
It does.
The other night, there were 46 fouls.
Who did he call? Who was that on? Hicks?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, okay.
There were 46 fouls the other night. First free throw is good for Morris there, but there were 46 between Richland and Wayne County, and at times it felt like the game was never going to end.
I bet it did. My goodness.
Multiple players fouled out.
Second free throw coming as Fayetteville City takes their first lead, and now Morris builds on it to a 14-12 lead for Fayetteville City. Hicks brings it up over in the corner to Holt. Holt dribbles around, goes baseline, splits the defenders, and what a great move. A no foul called. She goes to the floor. Somehow or another, that was not a foul, but now she comes back and takes it away and gets it out to Pipkins on the runaway.
Heave.
And great heave and great job by Pipkins to follow through. And Pipkins, we're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here, Mark, as Pipkins goes and gets the layup. Pipkins now with 7 points, and Giles County ties it up at 14 apiece.
Yeah, and once again, that's one of those plays where that's going to make you furious if you're the opposing coach there, is because, you know, it's a case where not only do you give up the steal, but also they're immediately able to score in transition, and that's just really, really impressive there. Giles County's ability just to create, and so many players can do it too. I mean, you have everything. You have the shooters, you have the more natural scorers like Coleman, and then you have the post players too that create such a mismatch down low at this level. They can score in all three areas of the game.
After a really hot start, Giles County went up 10-2, and after a really hot start, they've kind of gotten a little less crisp on the offensive end, as we're going to see Brea Smith make her first appearance in this ball game. Had a really good game against Spring Hill last week. So we'll be a little bit smaller lineup with Reese sitting down as well as Morris. Fayetteville City brings it up across with Ewing, where she'll hit Morris out top of the key, three-pointer off the glass. And you're right, Mark. She will. She doesn't mind shooting it, does she?
I don't know if she called the bank there.
I don't think she did, but Katie didn't either when she started off. So the bank is open in Giles County right now, and threes are falling all over the place as we are 17-14 in favor of Fayetteville City. Now, Ashley Coleman drives the lane, and she's having a hard time getting her shot to fall tonight. That's one reason why Giles County has fallen behind here. Katie Pipkins reaches in for her first foul of the night. And now that's just 2 fouls total in this ball game. Both of them on Giles County. Trying to 17-14 with 49 seconds left in the first period. Good job by Ashlyn Coleman to stop the inbound pass underneath the basket, but it does go off of her, and it'll be. Now they're going to try to bring Kinsley Morris in. She's not going in. All right, they get it in. Fayetteville City. Brown kicks it out to, I guess that's Parks. No, actually, yeah, Parks.
Yeah,
she
Parks.
misses the three. Holt all the way across to Hicks. She drives in the lane, kicks it over. That's Brea Smith shot, long shot, no good. That was not a three. Rebound comes down to Lady Tigers, and they're going to push it back up the other way. Mars, top of the key three, no good. Great rebound out there by Garner. Now they get it to Parks, top of the key three, no good. Easy for me to say. Rebound comes down to Hicks. Hicks across half court, kicks it over to Coleman. Now over to Holt. Holt in the corner. There's Smith again, no good. Rebound comes down to Brown. Fast and fierce action here in the first period, and we're going to come back in 1 minute and talk about it. 1 minute timeout. We'll be back here on KSR Sports.
First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and our loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They're our friends and our neighbors. Together, we're making communities great. Member FDIC.
At Haney Realty and Property Management, we strive to work with all your real estate needs. Listing, buying, property management, or rental, we have got you covered. Call me, Daniel Haney, at 931-309-8291 or come by the office located at 109 South 1st Street in Pulaski, and one of our agents will be able to assist you. Our website is www.haneyrealtypm.com. Haney Realty and Property Management. We are your best friend in real estate.
For all your real estate, property management, and auction needs, contact Haney Realty Auction Company.
Scott Stewart, Mark Mize back with you here as we start the second period. Giles County trails 17-14 after taking a 10-2 lead to start this ball game. Mark, what you seen so far?
Well, for Giles County, I think they've done a lot of things well. Some of the shots within 6 feet aren't falling quite as much as I think that they're used to. And then on the other side, you know, Fayetteville City getting open, and also some quick release threes in which they weren't that open, just finding a way to score.
Holt kicks it out top to Coleman. Coleman with the three. Count it. That's right. That is a First Realty Group three-pointer for Ashlyn Coleman. Her second of the night, her 6th point. And Giles County ties it up to start the second period, 17-17. Now there's a slash to the basket for Brown. No good. Rebound, Holt. Holt pushes it back up. She stops top of the key. No, she drives. Kicks it over to Marsh. What a pass. Marsh can't get it to go. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if Morris might not quite have been ready for that one.
She might not have been.
I think she thought Holt was going to finish herself there.
Brown at the top of the key gets it over to Parks. Parks over to Sheridan. Now they find Ewing slash into the basket. Holt will pick up a foul. That'll be Mariah's first for the night. And Giles County that's their first foul of the quarter.
You look, though, Giles County won that last matchup versus Fayetteville City by 16, but Fayetteville City is just a volatile team.
Yeah.
On nights where they're hitting those shots from long range, suddenly they can, be 30 to 40% better than they were on a night where they weren't hitting them. You know, a team that likes to, get to the free throw line, go down low, play strong defense, those types of teams, you get a very consistent product. That's not really what you get from Fayetteville City, so you could see anything on any given night.
Second free throw's no good, but they run down the rebound, does Fayetteville City. Shot missed. Coleman comes away with it. There's Smith. He's going to kick it back out top to Holt. Holt's going to reset. She goes left, top of the key three. Count it! Mariah Holt with her three. 5 points. 5 points now for Mariah Holt, and the score now is 20-18 in favor of Giles County. As there's another breakaway, and Holt goes to the basket. She'll be fouled. And foul will be Parks. Mariah Holt will get to go shoot too, Mark.
Yeah, and once again, you're getting the opponent in foul trouble there. You're, gassing them with all of this transition offense that you're seeing for Giles County. And then Holt, she can finish at the rim. I think this is the way you win this game is they want to play a perimeter game, but you're better down low. And so cut, slash, get your bigs involved.
Driving, right, yep.
And get to the free throw line.
Second free throw is no good. It's 21-18. Akaria Reese is set to check in with next break. Get her back in there. Pickens jumps out on Ewing. Now they get it over to Sheridan, who's picked up by Holt, and now Morris picked up by Smith. Morris picked up by Morris. Morris picked up by Morris there. I don't want. They're going to call Ashlyn Coleman for a little bit of aggressiveness there.
And I'm going to be wrong as soon as I say that, but the Fayetteville City coach, that's Khadijon, isn't it?
No, Khadijon's over here.
Oh, gotcha.
He looks like Khadijon, though.
Yeah, I was like, man. But
he got a little more hair than Khadijon, though.
What I will say, though, is I think he's a new coach from 2 years ago.
He is.
Whoever it is.
He is.
And they offensively look a lot more disciplined than they did 2 years ago. And also part of it is the fact that the players are getting older.
Was an assistant at Fayetteville
I knew
City
he was there for a little while, and I was kind of thinking, I was like, is he still?
Long three from Morris. No good. Rebound comes down. Pipkins comes away with it.
But
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that. You can tell this Fayetteville City offense,
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they're moving really fast, but then they cut and hit a good three. And so, I really like what we're seeing from them. They've really improved as a team the last 2 years.
Try to get the ball underneath to Reese. She can't handle the pass. Then it's a tie ball. Possession will go to Fayetteville. That means Giles County will have the possession there. Go their way now. Still 21-18. We're under 6 minutes left at halftime. Scott Stewart, Mark Mize here with you on KSR Sports as Giles County takes on Fayetteville City here on a cool Tuesday night in Pulaski.
Luckily, we're indoors.
Yeah. Ball knocked away. Mars comes away with it. She gets it to Coleman. She almost loses the handle, but she puts it up anyway, and it will not go. And now Fayetteville City's going to come the other way. Coleman just kind of got out of lost her balance a little bit, and they got the ball in the corner to Sheridan. Reese comes away with the rebound, and Coleman's going to push it up. Cross half court, she finds Smith. There's Mars, little hook shot kind of there in the lane, and it'll be a foul called, and Mars will go to the free throw line.
I love the confidence from Morris. I don't know if that's, the last 2 years, if she was felt as comfortable to turn on a double team and put up the shot. But, once again, you force the other team to foul you there. Good things happen when you get a chance to go to the line.
First free throw is no good for Kinsley. Mariah Holt comes in, lets Ashlyn Coleman have a breather. So that leaves Reese, Pipkins, Morris, Smith, and Holt as your 5 for Giles County. Second free throw on the way for Morris. It's no good. Rebound fought for by Holt and Parks. And now swatted away by Pipkins, and now swatted away again on the floor, and that possession error will go to Giles County. Great hustle by the Lady Bobcats.
Absolutely there. You can see players who really want it diving to the floor there, and that's really the identity for Pipkins. I mean, that's who she's always been, is a player who gives every single ounce of energy she has on every single possession, and that's really what she brings to this club.
To get the ball into Mariah Holt, Giles County still up 21-18, 5 minutes left. Smith gets it. She dribbles to the foul line, kicks it over to Pipkins. Pipkins looking underneath, can't find anybody all the way across to Holt. Holt does not take the shot. Now all the way back across to Pipkins. She will take it. It bounces high, won't go. There's Reese for the rebound. There'll be a foul called. Is he going to count the basket? That's the question.
I think they're going to call it against Giles County, and I don't agree with the call there, to be honest with you.
that.
I think it was basically they were side by side. They're going to call an over the back against Reese, but sometimes when you're the bigger player,
you just get the rebound.
Call. Well, you get the call against you just because of your size. They're like, oh, well,
but
she
really
must have been the aggressor.
The reason she got that rebound was because she's a lot taller than the girl she's playing against.
Exactly.
They lose the ball underneath. Reese kind of blocks it. Morris comes away with it, and Giles County will push up. 4.5 minutes left. Still leading 21-18. We've been about a minute and a half or two here without any scoring. Now we're going to call 3 seconds on Reese.
One thing I will say is now it really seems like Giles County is doing a much better job of defending the perimeter.
Yes.
And you see what happens when they do. Fayetteville City looks a little lost once they have to actually compete with the bigs down low on Giles County. And so I think this is the defensive recipe to winning this game. But now Giles County offensively has to get back in their rhythm because they're really not taking advantage of this just yet.
They got their really aggressive defenders out there, too. Hicks is really aggressive on the defensive end. Now Gardner's going to drive to the basket and get the basket, looks like, and Marsh is going to be called for the foul. That's Kinsley Marsh.
Yeah, that's tough. I think she could have used some help defense there, but really kind of got caught all by her lonesome. And then whenever she dribbled the baseline underneath the basket, was able to get ahead of her there.
There was no backside help, that's for sure. And they got the pass in to Parks. Sorry, Garner, and Garner's going to put up a free throw. She'll make that, and it'll say tie ball game yet again. 21-21. Hicks drives around the defense at the half court. Holt drives to the baseline, goes up with a shot on the block. They're going to call charging. Going to call a charge on Mariah Holt. Not a terrible call. You'd like to see Holt pull that up with a little jumper off the glass or kick it out to somebody at that point.
Yeah, you see a little frustration there for Giles County, but remember, you have to play to the referees that you're handed on any given night, and you have to be able to adapt because in the postseason, you see crews that you're not used to seeing, and so this is good preparation.
Oh, yeah. It's not a terrible call either. The girl had position. Just about any charge can go either way. Brown kicks it out to Marsh. Marsh drives with Holt on her. She can't get a shot off, so they get it off to Sheridan. There's Parks. Now Sheridan. Giles County. Oh, good tip away by Katie Pipkins. Once again, doing exactly what Mark described a while ago. Kick it out top to Holt. Holt with a 3. Count it. That is a First Realty Group three-pointer from Mariah Holt.
That is such a smart play by both parties
24-21, absolutely.
One, Holt posting up and saying, hey, I'm here if you need it. And then Pipkins having the wherewithal to say, I don't want to go on a 1v2. I've got a player wide open and I can dump back a pass for a First Realty Group three-pointer.
Three-pointer on the way for Fayetteville City. That shot's no good. Reese comes away with a rebound. Now here comes Coleman, one-on-one. She stopped. Nope, she goes to the basket, right-handed. Won't go. There's Reese with the rebound. Puts it back up and in. She gets the roll. Wasn't sure she's going to get it, Mark.
Yeah, it's funny that, on that possession, Coleman I think, got one of her best looks of the night. And then Reese, that was probably more of an over the back than the one that got called.
I was afraid I was going to hear a whistle.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Giles County has built their lead now to 26-21. They did lead 10-2 earlier in this game, but Fayetteville City has battled back. Now Giles County trying to take a little bit more control with the last 2.5 minutes of this first half. There's Pipkins in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Yes! Katie Pipkins drains another three. That's her second First Realty Group 3 of the night. We're going to have a 30-second timeout. Let's just hang here again and Mark on this 30-second spots. What do you think about that movement of the ball right there?
Well, one, I think that's what they've been doing well all night. And I think on an ordinary night where they're hitting a few more of those shots from within 4 to 6 feet, Giles is up by 10 to 12 right now rather than only 8. I think that they missed 2 to 3 shots they normally would have hit. But really, they're moving the ball well. They're shooting well from the perimeter. Like I said, on nights like tonight where they can do those things, I think they really offensively are very special.
You're exactly right. Ashlyn Coleman's missed a handful of shots. I mean, she could have 10 right now.
She usually would hit those.
That she'll generally hit. And so I think you're exactly right. Giles County's probably up by at least 12, 14 points by right now. And if they're hitting those shots, because they're hitting these other shots really well. They're doing a good job of when they get close to the basket. Kakaria Reese is now getting the ball back up into the basket. But really, their perimeter game's showing out tonight.
Well, it's funny, Chad Hall used to talk about the difference between scorers and shooters, and you want to talk about a scorer. Ashlyn Coleman, she's just so athletic.
Oh, yeah, right.
She's just such a tough player. I mean, she's somebody where it's hard to stay in front of her out there.
And they just let Ewan just go straight to the basket for her third point, so the score now is 29-23 in favor of Giles County. Coleman pulls it out. Just about 2 minutes left here in the first half. Giles County is setting up a offense there as Coleman's at the top of the key. She's going to shoot a three. It's going to be no good. Reese fights for the rebound. She gets it. Pipkins gets it over to Holt. And now they skip past Coleman. Coleman now to Morris. Another one of those little hook shots, little semi-hook for Kinsley Morris, and it's good.
I'll tell you, that was the only thing missing from Morris's game the last 2 years was doing that in the post there offensively. She's just so good defensively, such a good rebounder. When she can do that, that's really, really important for this team.
Three-pointer in the corner for Parks, and it's good. And it's 31-26, 1:20 left here in the first half. Mariah Holt brings it up for Giles County. These two teams are battling back and forth. They got it in deep again to Morris. Now kick it out to Coleman. Now underneath to Reese. Reese puts a shot up. Oh, it won't go, and she'll be headed to the free throw line as they call the foul. It looks like going to be on Garner.
But how hard does that make your life when it gets kicked down low to Morris, so they have to collapse? Then they pass it to two potentially open three-point shooters, and then after they get it around the horn, they go to Reese on the opposite block there.
I know.
And once again, you're just spreading the defense, and eventually you're going to find that mismatch you want.
And I think Fred Stiggers right now is just like a mad scientist, just experimenting around with what all he can do.
Like I said, they really haven't. You feel like they haven't taken advantage of what would be a higher. Yeah, they're trying to sub in a player now. What would have been a bigger lead right now, because it feels like Giles has played better than a 6-point lead to this point.
32-26 is the lead. 1:07 left in the first half. Giles County going to do a little extended defense as Coleman's going to and Pipkins are going to come out and meet just across half court. They get it in the corner to Parks, and now she gets it to Ewan. Ewan's going to drive to the basket again, and just once again, she's going to put it in. You're going to have to guard her. She's going to keep doing it. 28-32, 32-28 is Giles County's lead with 42 seconds left in the first half. Holt out top.
Elite speed there, and a few years ago they had Tiaja Ewing and Trinity Dixon back when Tiaja was a freshman, and those two guards, they were just so hard to stay in front of because of how fast they were. Really, really good as just facilitators for that team.
Skip pass working good for Giles County as well tonight as Holt gets it from Pipkins, drives to the lane, and we'll get a foul called on. Didn't see who got that foul, but that was on the floor, so they're going to inbound with 26.2 seconds left.
Next foul would result in free throws, though.
Yes, Holt in the lane again. Once again with a nice runner And that's the kind of stuff that she's doing that has been really impressive to me, Mark, is her work in the lane. 10 points already tonight with a 34-28 lead, under 10 seconds to go.
Holding for last shot, but they held it a little too long. Didn't start the offense till 6 seconds.
Luckily, no foul called there. The ball's turned over, and that will end the first half with Giles County ahead, 34-28. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Tell you about what we saw and what we think we're going to see here on KSR Sports.
Attention Giles County residents, looking for your next career opportunity? Look no further than M&M Staffing, your trusted local staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper and recruiters Cree Holt and Mercedes Houston are all proud members of Giles County who understand our community inside and out. At M&M Staffing, we're your neighbors supporting local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes that matter to you. Visit us on Facebook, step into our office, or apply online at mnmstaffing.net. You can also give us a call at 931-347-4255. M&M Staffing, your bridge to a brighter future in Giles County.
Natural gas safety tips brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas. Call before you dig. Don't hit a buried gas line. Before you dig or move earth in any way, call your local one-call number or utility locator service. They can tell you the location of buried natural gas lines, power lines, and other utilities so you can dig safely. These tips are brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas, 363-1752, 363-1752.
When it comes to your family's health, you can count on Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Pulaski. We're focused on keeping you at your best with annual screenings and preventative care. Having a family doctor helps you stay healthy, so our Southern Tennessee Medical Group makes it easy to find one. Call 1-800-424-DOCS. That's 1-800-424-3627, or visit southerntmpulaski.com to find a primary care physician.
All right, welcome back in here to Hardin Mayfield Gymnasium. Scott Stewart along with Mark Mize as Giles County Lady Bobcats run out to a 34-28 lead. I'll give you some scoring. We'll talk a little bit about how that first half went. For the Lady Tigers of Fayetteville City, you have 11 points for Callie Morris, who nailed 3 3-pointers and 2 free throws to get her 11 points. Caden Parks had a 3-pointer, a free throw, and a basket for 7 points. 5 points each for Jaden Garner and Tiasia Ewing. Now, over for Giles County, your top scorer, Mariah Holt, with a couple of trays, a couple of First Realty Group trays, as a matter of fact, and then some really good looks in the lane. Mariah Holt is just making some moves and looking so comfortable and so confident in the lane. If you have not seen the Giles County Lady Bobcats play, you need to get on out here and see them. Just go. And by the way, we'll talk a minute or two here about some chances you might have coming up at the end of this week. So 11 for Mariah. Katie Pipkins with a couple of First Realty threes and some other baskets for 10 points. Ashlyn Coleman with 6. Akaria Reese with 5. Kinsley Morris with 2. Giles County leads 34-28. Talk a little bit about what you saw out there, Mark.
Yeah, you know, Giles County jumps out to that 10-2 lead. Fayetteville City starts to get hot from behind the arc there with Morris especially, and also Parks as well. But really, once Giles County kind of woke up defensively and was able to say, hey, if we can shut down this part, we're going to have to live with a couple times where they're going to slash and beat us, which they did on a couple occasions.
Right.
But I think that defensively, that's a game plan that you can live with there. Offensively, Giles has had a couple lulls. I've really liked how they've moved the ball. I've really liked their attacking tendencies. Holt has hit some key shots in the lane there. You've seen Reese and Morris both, you know, turn around and have a little bit of a sky hook hook there, or a shot that if it doesn't hit, it at least gets you to the free throw line. Of course, Pipkins has hit some big threes. Holt has hit some big threes. But really for Giles, I think it's about just continuing what you're doing offensively. Because defensively, it looks like you've been able to remedy what was the issue early. But now you just have to score enough to put this game out of reach and keep them from potentially, because Fayetteville City could get on another heater and hit 4 or 5 3-pointers in a quarter. You have to get the kind of lead that allows you to weather that storm, Scott.
Right. Giles County started off, ran out to a early 10-2 lead, and then Fayetteville City went on what Mark described as a heater just a minute ago, especially behind the power of Callie Marsh 3-pointers, and cut that lead. Not only cut the lead down, but by the end of the first period had a 17-14 lead, did Fayetteville City over Giles County. When we got real quick into the second half, Giles County got a 3-pointer, and it was 17-17. And then the last time that Fayetteville City had the lead was at 18-17, and then Giles County regained the lead and just built on it as we moved all the way through into the second period. Just some keys that I saw. The Giles County had seen something in this defense of Fayetteville City. They have skipped past all the way across. Katie Pipkins and Mariah Holt are playing catch pretty much from the left wing to the right wing. And that's really setting the Giles County offense up with the leverage to get Holt either get Holt driving to the lane to get Pipkins open on the wing, or to get it underneath. They've got it underneath the Morris and Reese both. And so that's kind of what's setting up their offense, Mark.
Well, it's funny. We've talked about a little bit of inconsistency offensively. Giles is also on pace for a season high in scoring.
That's right, yeah.
Their previous season high was 66. Well, 66 versus Spring Hill the first time, and then 62 versus Spring Hill the second time.
Yeah.
So they're scoring a lot versus the Lady Raiders up there. But, really, I think this is just, there is a new expectation on the kind of points. Giles, 2 years ago, when they'd win, they were have to win 45-42.
Yep.
And now this is a team that can go for 60 or 70 and really open things up. And that just gives you, in a close ball game, it's kind of like in football, whenever you're playing an opponent and you're saying, we're going to limit possessions. And, that's kind of what Richland did versus McKenzie this year. But, in that situation, when you limit possessions, the team that is just the better team, the team that can get out and run, those kind of things, they kind of are hampered. So, Giles wants to get out and run. They want as many possessions as possible because they think they have the skill to, really, really exercise their dominance when you see a lot of possessions, a lot of scoring, things like that, rather than slowing it down and saying, hey, we're going to have 1 to 2 minute possessions.
Right. And as we told you, this team is 6-2. They're on a 5-game winning streak, looking for the 6th winning streak. And so, as I said a minute ago, if you have not come out to see the Lady Bobcats play in a while, a lot of these people in this gym have followed along with the pain that they've had for a lot of rough seasons, including last year. But they got better and better as the year went on last year.
They won 12 last year, by the way.
Yeah, they ended up winning 12 games. That's right.
Tripled their win total from the previous year.
So they have gotten better, and, of course, they've got the makings of what could be a really good team. I want to invite you to come out, not just the girls, but the boys. The boys team plays well. The boys are what, 3-4? I mean, 4 and 3.
I think they're 4-3.
4-3. I'm sorry. They were 3-3 going into the game against Spring Hill, which was an absolute barn burner. Turned out to be a barn burner. So that was last Friday night. So here's your chance to see these girls and these boys. I'm going to read this off real quick. We'll take another quick time out in just a second. But the Giles County Christmas Classic coming up this weekend, December the 19th. Giles County boys will play Giles County girls will play Lauderdale, Alabama girls at 6. Giles County boys will play Lauderdale boys at 7:30. On December the 20th, that'll be Saturday, Giles County girls at 5:30 versus Colbert County girls, and 7 will be the Giles County boys versus the Colbert County boys. We'll remind you guys of that. I'll tell you what, Mark, let's take another 1-minute timeout. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back to get this second half going.
When it comes to your family's health, you can count on Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Pulaski. We're focused on keeping you at your best with annual screenings and preventative care. Having a family doctor helps you stay healthy, so our Southern Tennessee Medical Group makes it easy to find one. Call 1-800-424-DOCS. That's 1-800-424-3627 or visit southerntmpulaski.com to find a primary care physician.
All right, welcome back in, Scott Stewart. And, well, we're going to let Mark Mize go do a little newspaper work this here for the third period. He will come back and help me run the camera. You notice that the camera's been run a whole lot better here in this game. That's because Mark's been running it. Fayetteville City will get the ball in, going right to left. Giles County will be going left to right to finish up this ball game. We are just started the second half with Giles County leading 34-28. Giles County has played a pretty good defensive matchup. They've really stopped the, as I say that, they've stopped the perimeter game for Fayetteville City. Morris misses that. Rebound comes down to Parks. Parks shot up and no good. I'm sorry, that was Garner. And Reese comes away with the rebound. And now Giles County will work their way back on their end of the court for their first possession of the second half. Coleman gets it underneath to Reese. Double team, kicks it back to Coleman. A little jumper on the way, and that's Ashlyn Coleman we were talking about her a minute ago. And she'll knock down the two for Giles County. And Giles County's lead grows now 36-28 with a three on the way for Fayetteville City, and the rebound will go out of bounds. Get this, do a little bit of scoring here to make sure I keep up with everything properly. And then we'll move down on the other end as Giles County will bring it up against Fayetteville City. Mark Mize has gone down on the floor. He's going to take a few pictures, keep up with a little bit of what's going on for the Pulaski Citizen. Scott Stewart with you here for KSR Sports. Thank our man JP for setting us up. Katie Pipkins gets the ball, drives in, kicks it out to Coleman. Now she kicks it over to Marsh all the way across. She tries to skip pass, but nobody was there. That'll be a turnover, and Fayetteville City will take over, head their way on down on the other end. Giles County leads 36-28. Giles County led early. Fayetteville City came back, took a lead by the end of the first quarter. Then by the end of the second quarter, Giles County had a 34-28 lead, and that is now 36-28 in favor of Giles County. Three-pointer on the way for Fayetteville City. No good. Ball knocked down and gone and over to Pipkins. Pipkins loses it, but Coleman picks it up. She goes to the basket. Shot won't fall. She'll be fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. Will Ashlyn Coleman. Ashlyn Coleman at the free throw line. She currently has 8 points. Make it 9. Started off with 6. She scored all 3 points for Giles County so far in this second half. 6:06 left in the third period as she eyes up her second free throw. And it bounces around and finds its way in, and it's 38-28. Giles County lead is up to 10. Fayetteville City. Ewan drives it to the baseline, kicks it over to Parks. I'm sorry, Garner. I get Garner and Parks mixed up. Apologize for that. She travels, and it'll be Giles County ball going the other way. Just under 6 minutes left. 38-28 is your score. Holt pulls back. Skips all the way over to Pipkins. Pipkins back to Holt. She tries to drive on Morris. She kicks it over wide open as Reese. Reese puts it up, and it won't go. She gets a rebound, won't go. Another rebound. She's going to pull. Oh, and then she dribbles off her leg. And so Akaria Reese is down there battling. 2 shots and 2 misses. 2 rebounds, but then the ball goes off her leg. Giles County still leads by 10, 5.5 minutes left in the third period, excuse me. Ewing gets it underneath. No, Reese knocks it away, but it'll end up Brown. Brown's going to shoot a 3. No good. Rebound to Morris. She kicks it back out to Ewing, and they're going to reset. There's Sheridan, now Morris. Giles County has done a good job of running them off their spots on the perimeter where Morris had gotten real comfortable. Now there's a reverse for Garner. Reverse layup, and that's going to be a foul on Akaria Reese. I've got her with 2. I'm not real sure if I'm right about that or not. As the first free throw for Garner is no good. And the second free throw is good. 7 points now for Garner. 38-29. Giles County comes back up the other way. Morris with a jumper in the lane. Count it. And that's 4 points now for Kinsley Morris. And Giles County leads 40-29. Morris. Sheridan, top of the key. No. Ewing. Scoreboard's got it at 40-39. 40-30. That is the right score. I'm sorry. I had 39. Foul called. As Fayetteville City gets the ball in, Morris will take on Holt. There's Parks. Now at top, Morris off the bank. Morris, don't let her get started again. She's got 14 now, and it's 40-33 in favor of Giles County. Now the ball's knocked away. Going the other way is Garner, and she'll make the basket. Just like that, it's 40-35. Giles County needs to be careful right here. This is how they got in trouble before, but now they got Akaria Reese underneath, and Reese is able to put it up and in for her 7th point, and it's 42-35. Basket on the other end now for Garner. Makes it 42-37. And Giles County heads back down the other end. Pipkins almost loses the ball, gets it back. 3.5 minutes left in the third period. Mark's right. When you don't get a lot of fouls called, you do not. That game goes pretty fast, and as Coleman finds Reese underneath, Reese is going to be fouled. I think it's Garner, and I have her with 3, and I believe I heard that was her 3rd. So we're in good shape as Giles County still leads 42-37 with Akaria Reese at the free throw line. Free throw is up and no good. Reese has 5 points so far tonight. Some big rebounds. She's had a hard time making some of those short shots go. Giles County struggled a little bit under the basket. Second one is good. Just a little bit under the basket they've struggled, but she does run the lead back out to 43-37 in favor of Giles County. As now Hicks is going to put on a little pressure. Ewing's going to drive, and then Hicks is going to get called for the foul. I got that 2 for J-Lee. It'll be a side inbounds for Fayetteville City with Sheridan inbounding for the Lady Tigers. She gets it to Ewing. Ewing against Hicks. Now they get it in the corner. Now there's Sheridan on the baseline. Coleman knocks it away. The ball is going to be battled for. It's going to be a tie ball, joint possession that's going to go to Giles County. Good hustle again for Giles County. They have really played good in their half-court defense. Done a good job of knocking Fayetteville City off of their spots. Other than that three-pointer just a few minutes ago from Callie Morris, it's really been a great defensive effort. There's Morris all alone underneath, and she'll get a deuce. And that'll put it up to 45-37 in favor of Giles County. Morris has the ball knocked away by Pipkins. Pipkins will not leave her alone, and she gets it over to Parks. Pipkins reaches over there, try to get it away from Parks. Pipkins has caused at least 3 turnovers in this ball game and just almost caused another one right there. And there's Garner with a reverse layup for her 12th point, her 11th and 12th point, and it's now 45-39. Ball goes out to Mariah Holt deep. It does not go, and it'll be brought in by Fayetteville City. Fayetteville City brings it down. There's Morris, top of the key 3, no good, misses everything but the backboard. But there's Jaden Garner again, and we're going to get a timeout called. No, we're going to get a 45-41 now. Not sure if we got a full or a 30-second timeout, so we're just going to stay right here because I'm not sure what that was. So a lot of fast and fierce action here. Giles County started this second half up 36-28. That's up by 8, and actually built the lead up to 10, 38-28. But again, Fayetteville City have just battled back, especially under the power of Jaden Garner. Jaden Garner has now scored 13 points. She had 5 at halftime. She scored 8 points here in the third period. She's got her team within 4 points, 45-41. Giles County leads, just under 2 minutes left in the third period. So what Giles County, and this looks a lot like the first period where Giles County took a big lead and lost it. They actually completely lost that lead. They get a little bit, you don't want to call it sloppy, just not as crisp. And that's where the things start going wrong for them. And now Fayetteville City is going to put full court pressure on the Lady Bobcats. Mariah Holt gets it, guarded by Ewing, and she brings it up. She splits a double team, kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman now finds Hicks. Hicks will shoot a 3. It won't go. Rebound comes down to Sheridan. Fayetteville City coming back the other way. They find Parks in the corner. Her shot's no good. There's Sheridan for the rebound. Now there's Parks for another 3, and that one will go out of bounds off of Morris. And that's another thing that Giles County hasn't gotten a whole lot of here in the second half is rebounds, especially on the defensive end. They've allowed Fayetteville City to get extra shots at the basket, and that is not what they want. Sheridan's 3 is on the way, and she will nail it. And that's Elena Sheridan's first points, and this is a 1-point ball game, 45-44 in favor of the Lady Bobcats. They led it by as many as 10 early here in the third period, and we're down to 1 minute left in this third period. Pipkins kicks out to Holt. Holt against Ewing. She goes to her left, shots up, won't go, and the rebound comes down to Fayetteville City. Rebounding has been an issue here late in the third period. Now the ball's thrown deep. Parks is able to save it to Ewing. Ewing kicks it out to Morris. Morris' 3 is on the way, and it is good. And it is 47-45 now in favor of the Lady Tigers. 33 seconds. Shot up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Fayetteville City. Fred Steger is incensed at what his team has done to squander what was a 10-point lead here in the third period, and now trails again. This looks exactly like the first period now, where Giles County has now lost the lead, a big lead in this period. Same thing happened in the first, but they were able to come around and get the lead to end the half. Now they throw it away. Kinsley Morris comes away with it. She gets it to Ewing. Ewing is up and good. 45-49 now with 10 seconds left. Giles County's going to go the other way. 6-5. Mariah Holt 3. No good. 3 seconds. That'll end the third period. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Giles County High School basketball on KSR Sports.
From the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together taste better.
May Oil Company, a four-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
Welcome back in. Mark Mize is back with me, and lots changed since Mark left.
It's true.
8 minutes and then left in this ball game, and Giles County now trails 49-45. Parks 3 is on the way. Rebound comes down to Holt. Holt races up the other way. She goes to the basket. Shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Parks. Giles County Fayetteville City going the other way. It's knocked away by Morris.
Just consistently, though, high percentage shots like that one from Holt just now not falling for Giles County.
They have had a real trouble around the basket tonight, just real trouble, and they are not. And the late in the second half, rebounding became a very big issue as well. So,
yeah, which once again you would assume that that's probably one of the places where
they
would have.
Great block by Morris. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the biggest advantage, and then you see it right there with the big block on defense. Maybe that's the start of something here, down by 4.
In the corner, Holt doesn't take it. She drives to the basket, puts the shot up, and it's in. It's good. Mariah Holt with her 13-point.
It just feels to me, as we have a timeout on the floor, 30 seconds, so we'll go ahead and stick with you through that.
Yep.
But it felt like for the final 3 minutes of the third quarter, offensively, they were just pushing every single possession, taking shots too early, not in the shot clock because we don't have one, but too early in the possession.
And not great shots.
Yeah,
either.
and so, they can't have the ball if you have it. And so if you're struggling offensively, maybe take a little more time, get your bearing, slow things down if you have to. But they've also looked good in transition. So, at the end of the day, I think Giles is still in a great position to win this ball game. But the final 3 to 4 minutes of that third quarter really gave Fayetteville City life.
Well, I'll tell you, a smart decision that was made was when Mariah Holt passed up that 3 just now and drove to the basket. Yeah. I mean, that's a good example of what we're talking about, taking the good shot because she saw the lane. She saw the shot was there. She knew it was a better shot, so she took it.
Well, I felt like the last 2 3-pointers of the third quarter were both ones that were just too early.
Yep. And I think Coach Steve, he wasn't very happy about it. Now the ball gets away from Ewing. Holt's pestering her, but Ewing is able to retain control. She drives in, finds underneath. That's Garner. She'll be fouled by Ashlyn Coleman. She'll get the basket for her 15th point. She'll be able to go and try to get the the and one. Giles County trails by 4, 51-47. And Garner's going to try to make it 5.
That's what.
She missed it, but the rebound comes down to Parks. 3-pointer on the way from Morris. No good. Rebound this time by Pipkins. Pipkins is pushing it. She has to pull up.
I was going to say, though, that, that's what Ewing does so well is she's a little undersized, but she's so fast. She has quick hands and really, really great passer. She only averages probably 4 to 6 points per game, but just she's huge for this team.
Mariah Holt loses the handle. Now she's going to foul Ewing as Ewing goes to the basket. That's 3, if I'm not mistaken, on Holt. Maybe I couldn't tell if he said it was her 3rd or 4th.
Even if it was her 4th, I really feel like you have to leave her in, though. She's kind of, the heart and soul of your offense.
Ewing makes the first one. It's 47-52. 6.5 minutes left. Second one from Ewing is up and good. 53-47 in favor of the Lady Tigers. And this is something that you want to see for actually not going to kill the Lady Bobcats to go through a game like this and figure out what they're going to do. And right now they're going to find Kinsley Marsh wide open. She can't make the bunny. Once again, it's the Giles County right now. If they had made anything within 5 feet, everything within 5 to 10 feet, or just fit half of them, they would be up in this ball game.
Well, remember, at one point, Giles was up 45-37. So this is now a 16-2 run for Fayetteville City, if I'm not mistaken.
First free throw is no good. Giles County was up as much as 10 at one point. And the second one is no good. Rebound fought for by Smith. They go to the ground. It will be Fayetteville City possession.
Even when you don't get possession or your way, you know what you do? You turn the possession arrow for next time. And so always great to see that, even if it doesn't get you this possession, maybe it gets you the next.
Ball's knocked away by Pipkins. Tell me if you've heard that before. Hope finds Pipkins in the corner. She backs up. 3 on the way. We really need it. It's good. Katie Pipkins knew that we needed that one right there.
And a steal
and
by
now
Pipkins.
A steal by Pipkins. Gets it to Coleman. Coleman back to Pipkins. Shot up. No good, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 3.
Maybe the most important 60 seconds of the game for Giles County, and it was all Pipkins.
She just does her job on the defensive end, and she floats, and she's everywhere all the time and just works hard, does Katie Pipkins, and it's showing up tonight big for her team. First free throw is good. And the second free throw is good, and she can tie this ball game up, and that is a huge possession for Giles County. Oh, and it does not, but Coleman fights for it. Smith comes away with it, and it'll be a 2. And Giles County jumps back into the lead, 54-53. The Lady Bobcats, there's Sheridan, 3 in the corner. Her shot is good. Good night of living.
And that's the thing that we have seen at times tonight, where as soon as you see a really good sequence for Giles County, you just don't get back on the other end.
I'm sorry, I said that they took the lead. They did not take the lead.
No,
it was a tie game. It was 53-52.
No, it's
51-53. Giles County made it 52-53, 54. Oh, I'm sorry.
Giles did take the lead, 54-53, and then Sheridan hit that 3 there in the corner.
54-53, and then she hits the 3. It's 56-54. Fayetteville City launches back into the lead on a Sheridan 3-pointer. And it's crazy, Mark. 5.5 minutes left here in this ball game. Giles County's, before they took that lead, when Katie Pipkins was at the free throw line, the last time they led was in the third period at 45-47, and Fayetteville City had built as much as I think 5 or 6 point lead. Giles County was able to jump back in front and now trail by 2 with 5.5 minutes left.
Sorry, I was writing my notes.
No, you're fine. Mariah Holt, I'm trying to help you, man. I'm bad about not moving it. They get it underneath to Coleman. Coleman double team, puts it up and in, good. That's what we usually see out of these guys, but they just have struggled with that, and we've got a tie ball game, 56-56.
Every possession matters right now on both ends of the floor here with 5:08 remaining.
Yeah, great effort by both teams tonight. And like I said a minute ago, this is not a bad situation for the Lady Bobcats to be in. You're talking about December basketball, Mark. Remember that. Ewan with an astounding drive to the basket, and it's 58-56 in favor of Fayetteville. And there's a foul line jumper for Holt. It won't go, but there's Ashley Coleman. She puts it back up. Nobody even attempts to stop her. And 14 points now for Ashland. Have a chance to retake the lead after really, for the most part, dominating this game, except for just a couple of big runs by Fayetteville City.
Yeah, and I'm going to be fascinated to talk to Coach after this one, as I'll interview him.
Pipkins drives, stops, kicks over to Morris. Morris hands off to Coleman. Coleman on the baseline. She goes to the basket. Shots up and good.
Coleman is really impressed in this fourth quarter.
And that is exactly what you have to have from your leaders, and that Coleman is definitely one of those. They kick it out to Sheridan, three-pointer in the corner. Good. Good night.
City is on the right night, a truly elite three-point shooting team.
61-60 as that three-pointer puts them back up. Now Smith, she drives. She'll be fouled by Ewing. I don't have Tiaja with any, but I may be wrong. Does he say fourth? Man, I missed a bunch in that case.
Well, we are doing a lot.
61-60. Giles County, 3.5 minutes left, and the ball's knocked away from Holt. Marsh tries to drive. She tries to catch Garner. Garner saves it, gets it to Ewing. No good. Rebound comes down to Marsh. Now they kick it out to Holt. Holt, Pipkins up. It falls out. Parks gets the ball. Now Sheridan's going to shoot it up to Morris. Morris to the corner, out top to Sheridan. Another three, in and out. Morris and Pipkins fight for it. Pipkins comes away with it. Believe it or not, that girl is going to come away with it, I promise you. Pipkins pulls back.
Might be Sparks slow things down here.
Gets to Coleman. Coleman goes to the basket. No good. Gets her own rebound. Goes back up. She'll be fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Giles County trails by 1, 61-60. 2:41 left here in the fourth period. Ashley Coleman's headed to the free throw line.
One thing that's good about getting to the line here is it gives them a chance to slow things down and kind of take a breath.
Yeah.
If I was coach, I might even bring all four girls over for the first free throw and say, hey, let me talk to you for a second.
Yeah. First one's good. Ashley Coleman ties the game up 61-61. That is her 17th point tonight.
Does she have 7 in this quarter? I think she does.
Yes, she does. No, at least in the second half. Second was no good.
I think she has.
But
7 this quarter.
I think we had a
lane violation
there. So the second was no good, but there was a lane violation, which means she gets another shot at it to put Giles County up with 2:40 left. And she does. 18 points, and we got a timeout call by Steger. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Just 30 seconds. We'll be back here on KSR Sports.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together, taste better.
All right, Mark, let's set this up for the last 2:40. Giles County leads 62-61 with 2:40 left. Giles County has led the majority of this game, but there's been a couple of big runs by Fayetteville City that gave them the lead late in the third period, and now Giles County fighting for their lives.
Yeah, but really, I think when they went down 53-47, Giles, that is, I wondered what's going to happen.
Yeah,
will they be able to weather this storm?
That's what I was talking about.
And then Katie Pipkins hits a three, gets a steal, gets 2 free throws, misses the third free throw, and then an offensive rebound and a putback by, I believe it was Holt, maybe, or was that Coleman?
It was Smith, wasn't it?
Okay, regardless, you had a
it wasn't Smith. It was Coleman, I think.
You had a 7-0 run in the span of 45 seconds.
Yep. 2.5 minutes now. Ewing going to take it all the way down. She's going to be fouled by Holt. Hopefully, I was wrong when I heard a minute ago that was her 5th. Maybe it was her.
I don't think so.
I think he might have called that on Coleman.
Yeah. Whoever he said it was their 3rd.
I think he called it on Coleman. Free throw is no good for Ewing, who has 9 points in this ball game and has a chance now to retie this game up. And she does. 10 points for Ewing, 62-62. And Mariah Holt's going to bring it up for Giles County. She drives to her right. There's Smith. Smith does not take the three. She does not pass it off. She finds Pipkins. Sets the pick for Pipkins. She goes to her right. Out top to Holt. Giles County running the offense, trying to slash into the lane, get the shot inside. There's Holt with the runner in the lane, won't go. Rebound fought for. It's going to be in the hands of Fayetteville City. Fayetteville City's going to go back up. Ewing with 2 minutes left will bring it up. Goes to her right, goes to the basket. Oh, she finds Garner wide open, but her shot's no good. Morris comes away with the rebound. Giles County with Mariah Holt will bring it up with 1:50 left, 62-62.
Like you said earlier, it's so important if you're a back and forth to be on the front end of the back and forth, the team that's scoring to go into the lead, not the team that's playing catch up here.
Points
huge
right
possession.
Here would have been huge, but Kinsley Morris couldn't handle the pass. Again, 1.5 minutes left. Fayetteville City has another chance to take a lead back from Giles County. Ewing goes to the elbow, kicks it out to Morris. Three-pointer on the way. Can't
have that.
65-62. And Callie Morris is on fire. And Giles County almost loses possession. But now with 1:15 left, 65-62. And Giles County trails. Holt drives it up. Kicks it over to Pipkins. Pipkins out top to Morris. Her three-pointer from the top of the key won't go. Rebound comes down to Sheridan. Sheridan drives up the far side. She tries to find somebody. She kicks it out to Morris. Now they throw it away. There's Coleman. Coleman gets it into the hands of Smith. Smith to Holt. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound comes down to Pipkins. She backs out. She gets it over to Coleman. Coleman's going to drive. She's going to put the shot up. They're going to call charge.
43 seconds to go. And a couple wasted possessions for Giles County there. Fayetteville City, if I'm them, I'm not taking a shot. You're going to have to foul me. 43 seconds, I'm not going to go down and run my offense. I'm going to play keep away, take some time off, and then, of course, also potentially get a chance at the free throw line.
Sheridan and Morris have absolutely gone crazy. Now Ashley Coleman with the steal. There's Katie Pickens with the three. No good. Rebound. Coleman. Coleman puts a shot up. No good. Rebound. 33 seconds. Giles County trails by 3. Ewing brings it up the far side, and she'll be fouled.
So uncharacteristic for Giles County to miss some of these shots.
Yeah, if they had all the shots that they miss that they usually make, we're not even talking about a good ball game right now. So we know that they can make those shots. It's just they're kind of out of sorts tonight from under the basket.
And how many does Morris have now?
Morris, 21.
Yeah.
Ewing misses the front end of the free throw. 28.9 seconds left. 62-65. Fayetteville City leads. The second one is good. Giles County trails by 4.
You go for 2 or 3 here.
You got to go for, whatever you get a good shot on, but you don't throw it away. And she walked. Yes. Travel. It was a good call. You take whatever you get. If you get a good three, take it. But you got to go get something. You got to get it fast. So get the best shot you can go get. Pipkins has it. 20 seconds. They get the ball knocked away by Ewing. She's going to go to the other end. She'll be fouled and she'll make the basket. Pipkins will pick up the foul. Ewing will score the basket, and that's about going to do it, Mark, for your Lady Bobcats tonight. What a ball game.
Yeah, and just hats off to Fayetteville City. This is a team that's coming in averaging about 40 points a game, and they're about to put up 70.
Yeah. 62-68. She's hurt on the hard foul. It wasn't nothing. I mean, it was just gameplay. Nothing. Let's say they're going to be out there for just a minute. Let's take a minute timeout. Let's start off with a minute timeout. We'll be back in just a minute on KSR Sports.
First Realty Group has been serving Giles and Lawrence County and beyond for decades. We're first because we have the best selection of land, homes, and commercial properties to choose from. Our fair price promise means you can shop with peace of mind locally and with customer care not found elsewhere.
So they did get the young lady, Miss Ewan, off of the floor, and she did get to the bench. Free throw. It was her free throw, so they allowed Zakayla Brown to shoot it. She made it. It is 69-62. Mariah Holt goes down to the other end, misses a couple of shots under the basket. It's 69-62. Ashton Coleman with a foul, and it is Sheridan at the free throw line. She misses the first with a second and a half left in this ball game. And the second is good. 10 points for her. Shot no good. 70-62 is going to be your final score tonight. Fayetteville City defeats the Lady Bobcats. The Lady Bobcats, we'll talk about it here in a minute, Mark, but I think this is not going to be the worst experience for them tonight. So we'll talk about it in just a minute. You want to?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's take about a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back in 2 minutes, and we'll wrap this one up.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an Ice Coke Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together taste better.
Hey, buddy, why the throwback uniform?
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy sun-drop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold sun-drop today.
All right, Scott Stewart back with you here at Hart Mayfield Gymnasium, where the Lady Bobcats lost a heartbreaker just a minute ago. They fell 70-62 to the Lady Tigers of Fayetteville City. It's a game that Giles County really had control of for a lot of this ball game, but the Lady Tigers of Fayetteville caught fire in the second half and absolutely ran past the Lady Bobcats and just took the game away here late in the ball game. Giles, just scoring for the Lady Tigers, Elena Sheridan hit 3 3-pointers in the second half for 10 points, including the free throw there late. Their high score was Callie Marsh. Callie Marsh hit 5 3-pointers in this ball game, scored 10 second half points to lead her team with 21 points. 15 points for Gardner. Gardner scored 10 of those 15 points in the second half. Tiaja Ewing scored 13 points, 8 of those in the first half. These guys here in the second half, the Fayetteville Lady Tigers basically caught fire, and as Mark said, they're one of those teams that although they're 0-5, they're one of those teams that if they get hot, they can absolutely make your life miserable, and they did in the second half for the Lady Bobcats. For the Lady Bobcats, you're scoring 18 points for Ashton Coleman, 14 of those in the second half. 13 points for Mariah Holt. 15 points for Katie Pipkins, 5 of those in the second half, including she scored 5 points in one possession, and it was a 7-point possession for Giles County as they made their way back in late in the fourth period. But as I said, the Lady Tigers for Fayetteville City were able to pull back ahead and run away there at the end with an 8-point win over the Lady Bobcats. Also, Acaria Reese had 8 points for Giles County, 6 points for Kinsley Morris. And as I was trying to tell Mark just a minute ago, and I think it's really important to think about, this game is a December game. It's a game against a team that that's not in your district. Nobody really remembers when we get to March or late February and March how you played against somebody in December. So when you get a game like this where you had a lead, you lost the lead, got the lead back, lost the lead, and you were battling back late, I think win or lose this game, Giles County will come out of this game better. And I'd love to find out if you pick up your newspaper next week. Mark's down there talking to the coaches right now, and he will talk to Coach Steger and see what he has to say. But I'd be willing to bet that he says, we don't want to lose any ball game, but this is going to be a big learning experience for this team. It is a young team. We talked a lot about that. This team is young. They have one senior. They have a lot of talent. They've got some good leadership. But tonight, the one thing that really killed Giles County over top of everything else, or I'd say the two biggest things, the first was their shooting around the basket was just not very good. They missed a bucket load of baskets, if you want to say that, within 10 feet, and these are shots that they usually make. So, first of all, there's that. And then the second problem was in the second half with Acaria Reese on the bench, Giles County's rebounding went to nothing. It turned, everything flipped on them. They were not getting second shots. Fayetteville City was. Giles County was only getting one and done on their end because they were missing the shots I was talking about a minute ago. So it all comes around to Giles County just not the best night scoring the basketball, as my friend Chris Bledsoe says, because that's the key to this ball game. It is called basketball, and you have to put the ball in the basket. So that's my take on it. I would like to. I'm going to be interested to see what Coach Steger has to say about it. I'm sure he has some critique of his team, but I bet you at the end of the day, if you asked him, he would probably tell you that they learned something regardless. And this is going to be a game that they'll look back at maybe and say it kind of helped us realize what we needed to do to win ball games instead of just lead ball games. And that's what we're looking for the Lady Bobcats tonight. Such a great effort. Once again, top scorer for Giles County, Ashton Coleman, and then you had Katie Pipkins with 15. Ashton had 18. And Mark's back real quick. We'll see if he wants to weigh in on this. Mark, I was just saying, after I've given all the breakdown of the scoring and everything, that this will be a game that the Giles County Lady Bobcats may look back and say, we learned how to win it. We learned what we have to do to win ball games instead of learning what we have to do to lead ball games. And that may end up being a big thing for them later on in the year, because really and truthfully, nobody's going to look back at March. Look, when we're in February, if we're in February and we're fortunate enough to be in March, that nobody's really going to look back and say, well, what happened to that game in December, except for what you learned from it, right?
Yeah, it's funny. Wade Neely, every time that we'll send him a text about a ball game that we're covering this month, he just sends back December basketball. It really doesn't matter what it is.
Yep.
He just, because, the thing is, his opinion, and there's some truth to this, is that December basketball is just its own thing. You're not always even trying to win. You would like to win, but sometimes you'll see. We saw last week, I won't mention exactly what happened, but a coach pulled his starters with 2.5 minutes left, down by, I think, 13. and I think it was to send a message. And so, you know, I mean, in football, there's technically tiebreakers in which non-region games can affect your postseason. That doesn't happen in basketball.
No.
These are truly exhibition games. And so you're exactly right. You know, I think sometimes the lessons you learn are more important than saying at the end of the year, oh, we had 16 compared to 15 wins.
Did you get to talk to the coach?
No, not yet. I'm going to get him here in a second. I just wanted to make sure my box score was right.
I'm interested to see what he has to say. I encourage everybody to check out the newspaper next week, find out what Coach Stigger had to say about this one, because there's some good things that happened tonight. And if they, like I said, they just could not score the basketball within 10 feet of the basket like they usually do. And that and the rebounding late, or the lack thereof, was really what was the difference. Okay, we're going to take another couple minutes. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll take 2 minutes. We'll be back. We'll set up this boys game coming up here in just a few minutes on KSR Sports.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together taste better.
May Oil Company, a four-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
This is Clay Doggett, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on community pride. We're blessed with beautiful farmland, vibrant small towns, and neighbors who always lend a helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events, supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues to be a shining example of Tennessee's best.
We've been cutting prices at Murray Chevrolet GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Ray with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
All right, Scott Stewart, Mark Mize back with you. We got about 4 minutes until time for the Giles County Bobcats to start finding out all our starters, which we did get a list of starters. We may talk about that in a minute. But first of all, let's talk about the Giles County Bobcats. Last time I saw them, they had a double-digit lead for most of the game against Spring Hill. Lost it, went to overtime, was down by 3 in overtime before Deshaun Howard drained a 3 from the right corner and gave Giles County the tie, and then Giles County ended up going ahead and winning by 1 over Spring Hill. That pushed Giles County to 4-3, Mark. And let's just say this. The 3 losses they have are against pretty good basketball teams.
Oh, without a doubt. I feel like Page is going to be top 40 in the entire state.
Right.
You know, they have 2 sophomores who, by the way, they're twin brothers.
Yep.
And I think that Obuta is their last name.
Right.
And they're both top 10 in the class of 27.
Right.
So, you know, they're pretty good. By the way, we played them before Giles or Page had any of their football players. And that's actually the first point I wanted to make tonight is Giles is settling in some of the football players. Obviously, Xavier Hanna still not back yet with that injury that he suffered, a collarbone injury.
He is back. He was back last week.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, so getting those guys back in terms of their size and strength, that's really what I think they needed in the early games, is because they were very guard heavy. Although Nick White, I think, played really well in his first career starts early in the season. But, having those football players who are kind of your enforcers, and then some guards who can just flat out score. I mean, Kason Howard, I think he's one of the best scorers I've seen for this team in quite a while. I think Giles has a lot of really good pieces.
They've got a lot of good pieces, and here's the thing that they're going to have to do, because when Kason Howard scored like 17 points in the first half. I don't remember what it was, but it was like double-digit points in the first half. He only scored like 4 in the second half, and that's what happened to them. It was like, who's going to pick up the scoring when Kason Howard does it? They've got the pieces to do that. Ogle picked up and did some. Deshaun Howard, it was his first game back. I think he's one of the ones that you're going to turn to. It was his first game back from injury, and he did hit the one shot that they needed the worst. And another one that they really turned to while he was gone, while Kason was struggling, was Randolph.
Yeah.
And so Randolph and Deshaun Howard are two of those guys that you're going to turn to. Ogle, it's going to be as long as Casey can score, they're going to let him score. But there's a couple of guys out there that can take over. You just got to let them do it, and they got to take the shots when the time's there. That's the other thing. And then another thing that Giles County does good, especially with Hannah and Octavian Howard, is defense. They're really good on the defensive end.
Yeah, and I think that's going to have to be the identity of this team. Is they're going to have to be a team that rebounds well, that defends well, that's just gutsy. Because they have some scoring, but the thing is they probably don't have a multitude of scorers. They have a couple guys who shoot really well, but really a lot of it's going to be guys who put in 4 to 8 points per game, who are just consistent role players offensively. So I think that you talk about teams that are going to score 70 and 80, Giles County's not that team. But Giles County is a really, really tough team that's going to play some quality defense.
Yeah, Hannah coming back is huge underneath. They really need his size and his presence. And like I say, Kason Howard is going to be your motor. But there's going to be times when he's not going to be there, and you're going to have some of these guys step up. And I saw the Stuart Scott documentary on 30-30 the other day, and so I'm going to say it. Cool as the other side of the pillow was Xavier Randolph the other night whenever they needed him. So, and Deshaun Howard as well. Those guys are going to be key. Last time these two teams played, Kason Howard scored 25. He had 8 for Cole Ogle, 7 for Eric Gentry, 6 for Octavian Howard, 6 for Chase Reynolds. Xavier Randolph scored 6, 2 for Nick White, and 1 for CK Bryant, 3 for Damari Allen. And the top scorer for Fayetteville City the last time these two teams met up was 11 points for Braden Arnold. We will call out your starters now. For Fayetteville City is Braden Arnold, Billy Brown, Bruce Carter, Jack Fincher, and Niles Barnett. Who you got over there for Giles County?
For Giles County, I believe we have Kason Howard, Damari Allen, Colt Ogle, Chase Reynolds, and Xavier Randolph.
All right, so we're getting those right now.
Ogle was kind of, I didn't really know necessarily much about it. Coming in this year. He started as a safety for the football team. He's a transfer. And so, based on his size, I was like, okay, what do we do? And then, someone who's very familiar with the program said, Colt Ogle is going to start some games. And I was like, really? And so, I've heard very good things on the early returns from the young man.
He played the majority of the minutes the other night, and he is significant. Giles County did win this game over Fayetteville City the last time. Of course, they didn't have football players, and we didn't have football players, but Giles County won 65-30.
Interestingly enough, a lot of the football players for Fayetteville City who I thought were going to be starters have not been. I thought, a guy like Jaden Thomas, who's a really, really good football player, I thought you'd see him in the lineup. You do have the freshman quarterback, Niles Barnett, for that team that, by the way, went to the semifinals. I know if people are going to say they got an easier schedule, postseason bracket than Richland did, but still, making it to the semifinals is a huge accomplishment. So shout out to a Fayetteville City team, but that, by the way, had a lot of underclassmen.
Yeah, they do. And a good young team again. And you never can count out. You can't ever count out a Fayetteville City team. They always look like
state champs 5 years ago.
Seems like early on in almost every sport they play, they seem like they're not doing very well, and the next thing you know, they're winning 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row and making runs to state championships. And Fayetteville City is always going to bring a good ball team, and Giles County is going to have to play their best against this team. As we hear in the Giles, as JP Planner, our man that set up all of our equipment, thank you JP for that. He is giving us the starting lineups, and we're about to hit the center of this court. What do you think? What do you think we're going to see from Giles County and Fayetteville City tonight, Mark?
I would hope for Giles County we're going to see more of what we saw last time, where they were pretty dominant. But at the end of the day, Fayetteville City, they're a team that has had more time together now. When we saw Fayetteville City girls just now, they were much improved compared to the first time around. So anything could happen.
Just always remember, folks, it's December basketball, and we want to win them. We want to win them all, but hey, we want to learn from them more than anything. So here we go. Xavier Randolph in the corner, in the circle with Jack Fincher. The ball is tipped out and will go to Fayetteville City. Bringing it up will be Braden Arnold against Chase Reynolds. I'm sorry. Am I right about that? Yeah, Chase Reynolds.
Yeah, defensively, yeah.
They're trying to get it down to Fincher, who's guarded by Xavier Randolph. But they get it in the corner to Bruce Carter. Now to Jack Fincher, and he goes against Xavier Randolph, and there'll be a foul called, and he'll get the bucket.
Fincher, a young man who I'm not familiar with, haven't seen him on previous teams, but he's got some good size and a really nice post move there.
I'm not sure who they called that foul on. Maybe Damari Allen, I think is what I heard. We'll go with that for now. And he makes the third, and it's 3-0 in favor of Fayetteville City, 7.5 minutes.
Luckily, Giles has pretty good depth, I feel. And so, if they do get in some foul trouble, they're one team that can really play around that.
Howard goes against the double team. Shot falling away is no good. But Arnold brings it up. He gets it in the corner to Brown. Brown back over to Arnold. They're going to kick it over in the corner to Barnett, the young man that Mark talked about. And he walked. Has to be a walk. Fincher got hung. Colt Ogle stepped over there and kind of messed him up, Mark.
That was one thing I thought was funny this year was we had two local teams that went to the quarterfinals and semifinals in Richland and Fayetteville City, both starting freshman quarterbacks.
That is right. That's right. Randolph gets it back to Kason Howard. Ogle slashed away from where Howard thought he was, and that's a turnover again for Giles County.
Yeah, just an example of miscommunication there between the two. Wasn't a bad pass at all, just, you think your guy's going one way and ends up cutting the other.
Fincher is head and shoulders taller than Xavier Randolph, who is on him tonight.
I'll tell you, I doubt he's tougher than Xavier Randolph, though.
Barnett misses. Good rebound, strong rebound by Damari Allen. He's going to take it himself up the other end. Gets it to Chase Reynolds, and now out top to Howard. Kason Howard. Ogle kicks out to Chase Reynolds. He drives. He loses his foot, and the ball will be taken over by Brown. Brown drives to the basket, puts it up and in.
Really interesting because, once again, I don't feel like this is what we saw from Fayetteville City last time. I will note Chandler Harmon, our friend, was the one who covered that game, but immediately in the first half he texted me, he's like, this ain't even close. And so far, it looks like Fayetteville City came to play.
Colt Ogle is off on his three-pointer, and the rebound comes. Xavier Randolph with a foul line jumper will give Giles County their first basket of the night.
Love the shot there from Randolph. Really a smooth touch there on that.
Yep. Giles County needed that to break into the scoring. Fincher against Randolph. Randolph goes in the air, gets a little help from Allen, and they were able to alter Fincher's shot. Howard gets it knocked away by Allen. Allen's racing down the other end. Going to go up against the double team in the lane and will be fouled. got 2 to choose from. He's going to get number 21, Carter, for the foul.
You know, talking about Randolph last year, I don't believe he started at the beginning of the season, but worked his way into the starting lineup just because great rebounder for his size, great defense. You know, he does a lot of the things that, you know, fundamentally you have to have those glue guys on your team.
Three-pointer by Kason Howard is no good. Fincher gets the rebound. Coming down is Arnold. Arnold pulls up, backs out. Picked up by Ogle out there. They're trying to get it underneath the Fincher again. Now he throws it back out to Arnold. Ogle right there for him. It's going to be a pick set by Fincher. Three-pointer by Arnold is good. Braden Arnold takes the screen and scores his 3 points, and it's 8-2 in favor of Fayetteville City. There goes Howard straight into the basket. There's going to have to be a foul on that. They about knocked him down. 4:50 left here in the first period, and Kason Howard will probably be going to the free throw line to shoot 2. The foul was called. I'm not sure who they called it on.
Really hot shooting early on for Fayetteville City.
Yeah. First free throw for Kason is no good. Kason Howard, Giles County's offensive motor, looking for his first point of the night. And he gets that second one. And it's 8-3 in favor of Fayetteville City. 4:50 left in the first period. We get a new player in. Actually, we get Barnett back in for the young man, Carter, who had checked in.
Carter is another.
Oh, we got another young man out here. Jaden Hampton's checked in for Fayetteville City. Gets it knocked away by Ogle. Ogle gets it to Randolph, and now here comes Howard. Howard's looking to push.
Love the spin
there.
there.
Nice move.
What a nice move.
Stop and go move with the scoop, and it's 8-5 now. Giles County with a little bit of a zone press. They did a lot of this against. Oh, they did a lot of it against Spring Hill. That ball should have been Giles County's, but it got knocked away. And now Niles Barnett takes it and puts it back up in for his first 2. 10-5 is the score in favor of Fayetteville City. There goes Ogles. He fakes the pass out. Goes to the basket himself strong. Giles County is going to take the ball underneath against Fayetteville City tonight. Not going to just shoot the threes. They're going to try to get it underneath.
Well, I think they have the shiftiness to do that. You know, they may not have as much size as a couple of the Fayetteville City guys there, but really, you know, the fact that they can get around a guy, you see really great moves there to create space for both Ogle and then Howard on the possession before.
Right. Ogle misses the first one. Just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter, first period. Ogle looking to get his first point of the night, and he does. So it's 10-6. Giles County kind of weathering a little bit of a strong start by Fayetteville City as the young man Hampton comes out. And number 1 checks in, Jaden Thomas for Fayetteville City.
A really good wide receiver for the football team.
Yep. Fincher gets it out top to Brown. Brown gets it over to Arnold. In the corner to Barnett, back to Arnold. Picked up by Reynolds. Screen, push the ball around. Giles County playing great man-to-man defense right now as Brown backs it out. And they do swap. Randolph ends up on Fincher. They get it down to him. He spins in the lane. Randolph goes with him. Little mini hook is no good. I think Xavier affected that shot.
Yeah, you know, Randolph is kind of that guy who can guard someone much bigger than him. Ooh, they're going to have 3 free throws on the way as Kason Howard was fouled in the act of shooting that shot from downtown. But as I was saying there, though, is Randolph can guard guys who are a bit larger than him, but also he had help defense there as well. That's the matchup they want. I know that Fayetteville City feels like they have to get the ball to Fincher down low, but Fincher, when you're double-teamed like that and you have the help on the backside, you might want to kick.
Right. First free throw is good for Kason Howard. He's got half of his 4 at the free throw line now. He's got 2 more coming. Second one is no good off the back iron. And now we're going to see Deshaun Howard check in. Xavier Hanna check in. Reynolds will go out. Chase Reynolds will go out along with Ogle. And Kason Howard will step up for his third free throw. It is up, and it is in and out. They tip it back to Kason Howard. Does Xavier Randolph. He gets the three in the corner. Oh, it's a First Realty Group three.
What a possession.
For Xavier Randolph.
By Xavier Randolph there.
Yes.
Does it all there. And
My
he knew he couldn't
goodness.
get that rebound. He just knew he had to tip it, and he does a good job of getting it to a teammate there. Almost kind of volleyballs it out.
Yep.
And then what does he do? He doesn't just stand in the lane. He
steps
steps out
back
along the baseline, and no one catches him, and he hits a three.
Octavian Howard picks up a foul down on the other end. Octavian Howard's another player that really plays good defense.
He's so solid.
He is. Everything he does, he does it right.
I think he's listed at 5'6", 5'7", but he's just built for defense at this level.
Yeah. You're right. That possession and Katie Pipkin's possession earlier in this game, in this evening. Both of those are gonna be some stuff that they want to save on video. That's for sure. Brown gets it for Fayetteville City. Arnold picked up by Howard, ex-Octavian Howard. Now Kason Howard picks up not Hampton, but Thomas. And Thomas, with some good moves to the basket, gives Fayetteville City back the lead, and it's 12-10. We're going to have a foul called underneath. It looks like Thomas may get called for it, or Fincher one. It's going to be Thomas.
Well, it's funny, game one of the year, I believe they started Octavian, Deshaun, and also Casey. And so you had three Howards.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Well,
and last week there were three Howards and three Xaviers, because the other team had an Xavier Howard. How about that? So Spring Hill had an Xavier Howard to go along with all the other Xaviers and Howards that we had. So Octavian misses his first free throw as we're reaching down to 2 minutes here in the first period, but he makes the second. It's 12-11 in favor of Fayetteville City. We're going to get a substitution here, as looks like Keeson Reese is going to check in for Niles Barnett. Fayetteville City brings it up. Giles County with this 2-2-1 zone press. As they skip it across, they get it into Reese. He walked. He gets a call.
Was anticipating the contact, and I think when it didn't come as early as he anticipated, that's when he ends up, traveling there.
Right. Giles County, that little 2-2-1 they do can be troublesome, because what happens is they pass it in, they think they've got it, and then they've got to deal with Reynolds out there, Xavier Reynolds, whenever they get the ball into the backcourt.
Well, they're just a great, great defensive team, and really, really well coached by Nick Campbell.
Yeah.
The offense is going to come. I know a couple games this year the offense really hasn't been there yet, but the offense is going to come as the season goes on.
Howard in the lane. They're going to call him for the travel. He thought he had the Euro step in there, but I think that's not a terrible call.
See, in the NBA, you get away with that. In high school, you don't usually.
I don't think they should get away with it in the NBA. All right, Kason Howard goes out. Eric Gentry checks in. We've got Deshaun Howard out here, Eric Gentry, Octavian Howard, Xavier Reynolds. He's going to go up against the man. They got Reese, and Xavier Reynolds knocks the ball away, defends, and then it's thrown away by Xavier Hanna. It's all right. Just a little bit rushed on that one.
Hannah started the year as a wide receiver for Giles County, then settled into the running back role.
Right.
I'll tell you, if he plays running back again next year, how about the size for running back? I mean, he's got Che McElroy kind of size there in terms of bulk.
They finally get the ball underneath to Reese again, and it's a deuce for Fayetteville City. It's 13. They got 14-11 now. The Tigers lead the Bobcats. Deshaun Howard hands it off to Xavier Hanna. Now at top to Gentry. Gentry finds it to Hanna. Hanna was flashing the basket. Shot goes up. It is blocked from behind. And now Thomas hands it off to Arnold. Arnold's three's on the way. It's no good. Fincher gets the rebound. They're fighting for it. They're probably going to call Hanna on that.
Could have been a tie up there. They end up calling Giles County.
He's getting a little fired up.
Yeah. And I get it because, it's a touchy call, but, you're going to have those sometimes.
Yeah. So Hannah's going to come out, and Ogle's going to check back in. Just let him go down there and cool off just a little bit, because you don't need to get too fired up this early, especially this early in the ballgame. 37 seconds. Arnold 3, count it.
That's what we saw from the Fayetteville City girls is just quick pop, quick catch and release. They don't need much space. And when you can shoot the 3 like that, then, that becomes hard to match up against.
Octavian Howard gets it off to Xavier Reynolds, excuse me.
Randolph.
You're
getting there. You're getting there.
I'll get there. I didn't have this much trouble last week. Randolph's 3 off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Fincher, and now it's out to Arnold. Arnold tries to throw it across, and he throws it into the cheerleaders, and it'll be Giles County's ball with 1.3 seconds, trailing 17-11 here in the first period.
Enough time to catch, dribble once, and just launch it. Right. 3/4 court here probably. Let's see what we got. Ogle.
Just go ahead. They didn't even start the clock.
If that goes in, you can't let it go.
I mean, they didn't start the clock at all. Let's take a minute. We'll be back in just a minute here on KSR Sports.
This is Clay Doggett, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on community pride. We're blessed with beautiful farmland, vibrant small towns, and neighbors who always lend a helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events, supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues to be a shining example of Tennessee's best.
We've been cutting prices at Murray Chevrolet GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Ray with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
Welcome back into Hardin Mayfield Gymnasium. Scott Stewart, Mark Mize, along with here with Giles County High School basketball. The Lady Bobcats fell 70-62 earlier. Giles County boys trail as we enter the second period, 17-11 against the Fayetteville City Tigers. Xavier Randolph. Pick a Xavier, pick a Howard. As Kason Howard back in with 4 points, and now he kicks it out to Randolph again for another 3. It's another First Realty Group 3. 2 now for Xavier Randolph, and that is just huge for Giles County to cut it 17-14. Giles County being very tough on the defensive end, and now they're going to get a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second mark. Let's just keep it here.
Well, one note I wanted to make earlier, you had a little trouble with the names, but the thing is, I think a lot of folks take for granted that Wade and I cover night in, night out sports. And so when we come on the air, these are guys we've been covering.
Yeah.
You've been in the politics and the publishing world for so long that, you don't see all the guys as much. So it is understandable. No one blames you when you miss one or two.
Well, I do.
Because Wade and I admittedly had a little bit of an unfair advantage.
That's fine.
I mean, that was what I was thinking about a minute ago is I remember when Octavian was a second grader playing baseball and covering him back whenever I was a younger man as the sports editor.
I used to do what you guys do, and I used to be able to do it better. But and this is just my second game too, so I know I'll be a lot better at it.
You're doing great.
So many Xaviers and so many Howards. I don't know what you're going to do with them. Here we go. Jaden Thomas Arnold with a long 3. My goodness gracious! Somebody wake that kid up. Somebody needs to pinch him. Third 3 for him, and now Gentry's going to try to answer with a 3. He can't. Rebound comes down to Fayetteville City.
I'll tell you, one thing I'm learning from Fayetteville City girls and boys tonight is these folks can shoot the basketball.
As my friend Chris Bledsoe says, they can score the basket. There, he threw the ball right to Ogle, did Fincher. Ogle now double team, going all the way to the basket. Wow. He kicks it off to Mari Allen. Now he kicks it back out to Ogle. 3 no good. Rebound for Fincher. Giles County having a hard time getting the ball in the basket tonight. Now Ogle's going to be called for a foul.
Yeah, you're exactly right there. I mean, getting the looks that they want. And that's one thing is you have to stay within your offense. Sometimes when shots aren't falling, you start to press. You start to do things that aren't within your mold, the way you want to play your offense. And you can't do that. It's going to come. You got to keep doing what you got to do.
Reese gets it in the corner. I'm sorry, that's not Reese. That's Thomas gets it in the corner to Brown, and he drives with a pretty drive to the basket. That's 4 for him. And it's 22-14 in favor of the Tigers of Fayetteville City. And now there's a turnover on the other end, and here comes Reese. Reese against Gentry, kicks it out to Brown. It's going to be a foul called, and that foul's going to be called against Reese. Gentry, I didn't get to see it, Mark. Did you see it?
I think it may have just been a stiff arm push or something.
Yeah, it was off the ball. It is his first foul for Reese.
But this is a really key moment in the game. 6:07 remaining in the second. You know, you kind of feel like, oh, there's a lot of ball to be played, but you can't let yourself get down by too much, even if you feel, especially on the first game that was played this year between these two, that you're the better team. You know, you got to stay within single digits here as we go into the half. Hopefully come back and maybe even it up.
Howard goes to his left, goes in the lane, loses the handle, gets it back. No, they knock it away, and Brown has it. Now they're going to call Gentry for that foul.
We're having too many possessions where they're not getting a shot off. Too many possessions are ending in a turnover.
You got to get the shot off, and you got to work for the shot you want.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, you know, talking about do you shoot the three, do you shoot the two late? Well, it doesn't matter. Just get the shot that you can make, and then go and execute. So Gentry picks up Arnold, and now they're going to get it over to Brown. They get it into Fincher. Double team. He's going to end up being triple team if he tries to spin in there. Niles Barnett goes up, shot no good, rebound Ogle, and then the foul's going to be called on Thomas. That's Jaden Thomas, and Ogle is going to be fouled. That'll be 2 or 3 team fouls now on Fayetteville City in this quarter. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Giles County trails by 8, 22-14. Giles County needs to get the lid uncorked here and get some points to cut that gap between them and Fayetteville City right now. Gentry, three-pointer, no good. And one and done, too. That's not good. They get it over to Arnold. Arnold's picked up by Gentry, and now back out top to Barnett, and there's Brown. Brown's going to shoot the three.
Nothing but net, but not in the way you like.
He hit the wrong side of the net, Mark, as Colt Ogle takes it. He backs up, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound for Howard. Howard goes up and puts it back in. That's Kason Howard. If you're not watching this on TV, 6 for him now. And this is where Giles County can do a little damage and put that little press up.
Yeah, if you're going to shoot this many threes, you want to be a team that can get some offensive boards.
You got to be able to get the rebound.
Second chance points, and that's exactly what Kason Howard did there.
All right, Fincher against Randolph again. Now he kicks it over, and they get it into the hands of Thomas, who makes a sweet move to the basket.
How about that up and under?
My goodness gracious. That looked 24 now to 16. We're going to have a foul on Giles County. It's going to be a offensive foul. Did he say?
I think he's saying
Randolph. Okay.
I'm not sure that I saw it.
Deshaun Howard comes in. Eric Gentry goes out. Damari Allen's come back in as well. Fayetteville City is, that's a great steal by Damari Allen. Damari Allen goes to the basket. Shot will not go. That's going to be Ogle into the cheerleaders. Ball's going to go off of a Fayetteville City player. Giles County is going to keep it. Chase Reynolds going to check back in. Ogle's going to check out.
Quick note, Fayetteville City's cheerleaders wearing like jersey type cheer uniforms.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
haven't seen that look before. I think that's a cool look to make them look like basketball jerseys.
Chase Reynolds gives it out to Deshaun Howard now to Randolph. Three-pointer on the way from Deshaun Howard. Man, did they need that. First Realty Group three-pointer for Deshaun Howard. And that's his first basket of the night. I don't know if I have him on here. But anyway, that's fine. I'll pick it. So it's 24-19.
Yeah, he's number 5, so.
Oh, there he is. Okay. So 3 for Deshaun Howard, another big 3 that really brought Giles County back into this game within 5.
Well, you mentioned it had the biggest 3 of the night versus Spring
Oh,
Hill.
sure. Chase Reynolds is fired up on the defensive end. Now they hand him off to Randolph. There's a 3 by Brown. The Brown shot no good. There comes Giles County. Deshaun Howard goes, kicks it out. Damari Allen over to Reynolds. Now to Kason Howard. He wants somebody to come. He wants them to come out. Clear it out. He wants to go. Now he pulls up for the 3. No good. Rebound. There's Xavier Randolph. Ball goes off of Fayetteville City, and it'll belong to Giles County. Giles County's picked up the momentum, the effort here just a little bit, Mark.
A lot of things to like about that possession. 1, you get a lot of touches before your shot. 2, you get an offensive rebound. Those are the kind of things that you do to be successful.
Now they get Howard underneath, and he reverse layup, and that'll be 8 for him. And Giles County has now cut it within 3 at 24-21. Just under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Giles County has reduced what was an 8-point lead down to 3. Brown pulls back on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Fincher goes over the back of Randolph, and that'll be a foul on him. Yeah. Randolph had the position, too.
You're exactly right. Giles County, all the momentum going their way, and most of it has been the little plays, the plays that, aren't like the highlight reel kind of things. It's just consistently getting rebounds, getting defensive stops, and then it doesn't hurt when you have a 3 like that one by Deshaun Howard.
It's the energy, too.
Yeah.
Especially on both ends, but on the offensive end as well. Deshaun Howard spins against Arnold, kicks it out to Ogle. He kicks it. No, he goes to the baseline. Now he's going to drive baseline. Get the man up in the air, put the shot up. He's going to be fouled. And give him the and one, Mark. He can tie this ball game.
Well, what I love there is there were 4 touches before the shot.
Exactly
Think about
right.
how many possessions had turnovers earlier where the second touch resulted in a shot here. You're working the ball around more, and it's paying off.
Taking the ball to the defense is what he's done. And now he gets the – man, that ball bounced 4 times to tie this ball game up, 24-24. 2:20 left here in the second period.
Wade Neely calls that good, clean living.
Man, that is some good, clean living right there. They're going to 5-second count by Ogle. Ogle never backed off of him. They've got Fayetteville City a little flustered, Mark. Giles County has reeled off 8 straight points to tie it at 24 each. Just almost 2 minutes left here in the first half, and Giles County has a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, and when they were down by 8, you were wondering, when are they going to make the run?
Sean Howard with the elbow jumper, no good. And who's there to fight for it? But Xavier Randolph, and who fouls him? But the big man, Jack Fincher. And he is probably sick and tired of seeing number 23 over there, because everywhere he looks, there he is.
Randolph can make a double-double out of offensive rebounds.
And that is the 5th team foul in this quarter, which means 2 free throws for Randolph, who has nailed a couple of threes and has a chance to put Giles County up with 2 free throws right here. Those are First Realty threes, by the way, Mark, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Misses the first free throw.
And we've had quite a few three-pointers tonight.
Yes, we
Unfortunately,
have.
some of them by the opponents,
a lot of them by
which
the
we
other
don't
team.
call for First Realty.
Oh, Chase
threes.
Reynolds with the hustle on the defense, misses, gets the second miss. Colt Ogle with a 3, no good, rebound, fought for. Reynolds is out there fighting for it, and Jack Fincher can't get it for Fayetteville City, and it goes out of bounds off of him. Deshaun Howard ended up on the floor down there. Chase Reynolds, I believe Chase Reynolds brought that energy in there with him as we're going to get a timeout here.
You have so many, I don't want to call them defensive specialists, but you have so many guys who, are known for their defense on this team. I mean, you can probably think of 4 or 5 different guys. Now, granted, over the course of the year, they also need to be known for getting 4 to 8 points per game to kind of contribute to what Kason Howard and some of the guys are doing here. But, I just feel like Giles County has an identity, and it's an identity that I think this can work. I think this can lead you pretty far in district play.
Yeah, but they got to do it all the time. They can't take the spells like we've had early in this game, where it was almost like they were standing around waiting for Kason to do what Kason usually does. Instead of that, now that's not what they're doing now. And he's scoring, and they're scoring. So really, their offense comes off of their energy, off the energy of everybody, not just the one man who. Yeah, he can score, buddy. Yes, he can, but he needs you guys too. And they're really getting in there
Deshaun
with it.
Howard, Ogle, and Randolph, I think those are three guys who can really step up offensively. I think they're going to score some points this year.
Ogle gets it, drives into the lane with the scoop. No good. Rebound into the hands of Fayetteville City. Trying to retake the lead. They get into, and it's knocked away by Ogles.
Energy guy.
That was Jaden Hampton who got the ball. And Ogle chased that down from the back and knocked that out of bounds. 1:37 left in the second period. 24-24 is your score. Inbound to Arnold, excuse me.
It feels like it's been 4 minutes since Fayetteville City last scored. It might have been.
It may have been. Knocked away by Reynolds. Reynolds is like, no, sir, it's not going anywhere. Let's just stay right here. Knocked out of bounds. Inbound to the side, from the side here.
I believe Reynolds was starting before the football players joined the team. And
right.
so, they really trust him to play quality minutes.
Oh,
He's a great defensive player.
Well, he started tonight.
Oh, I'm right. I'm wrong. Yeah, he did. My bad.
Arnold into Thomas. Thomas drives to the basket, and, man, he can get there quick.
Yeah.
26-24. The lead goes back to Fayetteville City.
And the thing about having 5 fouls is, in that situation, you foul Kason Howard, full 12, 14 feet from the basket, and he's going to be shooting free throws.
Yep, and they just did. I'm not sure. I've quit trying to keep up with who fouled, but it will be Kason Howard going to the free throw line.
You talk about Thomas. I really, really was shocked when he didn't start tonight for Fayetteville City, as good of an athlete as he is.
Right.
And so I wonder if they're still kind of acclimating some of their football guys.
Yeah. First free throw missed.
I mean, they lost Black Friday. Was their last game. So that wasn't that long ago.
Kason Howard steps back up. He's looking to cut the lead to 1. He missed the first free throw, looking to make the second, and he does. 9 points now for Kason, and the lead is down to 1. 26-25, what was once at least an 8-point lead for the Fayetteville City Tigers. They get the ball into the hands of Reese. Reese dribbles around, kicks it out top to Hampton. Hampton stops, back out to Reese. He's picked up by Randolph. Arnold picked up by Deshaun Howard. Arnold double teamed on the baseline, gets it into the hands of Brown. 30 seconds left in the first half. Reese, Arnold. He drives, stops. Giles County playing some really solid defense, not letting them get a shot that they want.
City may have also wanted to waste a little time in possession to potentially have it for last shot.
They are, but they really haven't had a really shot to take yet. So there goes Hampton. He'll dribble it off his foot with 7 seconds left. Giles County has a chance to take this lead.
Yeah, if I'm Fayetteville, I'd probably full court press to try to waste time, but it doesn't look like that's what they're going to do. Although they may have heard me and now they're doing it.
Mark, be quiet.
I mean, the 7 seconds, you don't want to let them get to half court before they even touch the ball, but basically they almost did that with
Kason Howard
here.
takes it across half court. Kicks it over to Deshaun Howard. Out top to Xavier Hanna, and there's going to be a foul called, and that'll be free throws for Deshaun.
Once again, that's what happens when you have some early, what Jason Lovelace calls choice fouls early in the quarter. By the end of the quarter, suddenly you don't have anything to give. You just hand check someone.
Matter of fact,
and you're sending them to the free throw line.
Giles County hadn't done that well at the free throw line, or they'd be leading this ball game right now. Deshaun Howard still has a chance with 1 second left in the half to give Giles County the lead. First one is up and good. He ties the ball game. 4th point for Deshaun Howard. Second free throw's up and good. 1 second left. Ooh, that looked like Fletcher's shot in 2003. But anyway, we won't go there.
What are we talking about right now?
All right,
Come on,
I'm
man.
sorry. 2 minute timeout. Not a 2 hour timeout, Mark. A 2 minute timeout. Giles County takes the lead at halftime. We'll be back in 2 minutes on KSR Sports.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, why the throwback uniform?
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy sun-drop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold sun-drop today.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
We meet by accident, a play on words. But when you need us, we're there. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair is a trusted friend when you need auto repairs or auto body work. We specialize in making you feel at ease in a time that can be uncertain at best. We take the worry away and give you our very best. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair, a trusted friend when you need us. Call 363-0539 or drop by 716 North 1st Street, Pulaski.
Welcome back into Giles County High School, Hardin Mayfield Gymnasium. Scott Stewart along with Mark Mize as we are at halftime. Giles County leads first time tonight, right? 27-26, Mark. Took the lead with 1 second left as Deshaun Howard made both of his free throws, and Giles County, who trailed the majority or all of this first half, as many as 8 at one point.
What were they down, 22-14 at one point? What was it?
It was 22-14. Yes, that was they were down by, and that was about midway through the second period.
Just felt like they kind of woke up at that moment. Like just suddenly, they were showing more hustle than we had seen previously.
Reeled off.
They were working through their offense a little bit more in their half-court game. Really, I felt like things just started to kind of go their way, and a lot of it came from decisions they were making, conscious choices, and really just impressed. Just impressed that, they were able to get out of the slump, take a lead at halftime, and suddenly we basically have a new ball game, 0-0, as Coach Matthew Orgeron would say.
0. It is 0. Well, it's 1-0.
It's 27. Yes,
it's 1-0.
In basketball, that might as well be 0-0.
You're right. They reeled off 8 straight points there to end the second. To pull it to within 24-24. Then Fayetteville City took the lead back again, 26-24. Giles County cut it to 1 with a free throw, and then Deshaun Howard nailed both of his free throws there at the end to make it 27-26. So my numbers aren't right because they don't add up, but I'm going to give you what I got. Giles County leads 27-26. Kason Howard with 9. Xavier Randolph with 6. 3 points for Code Ogle, 5 points for Deshaun Howard. Those are not right because somebody got there. I'm about 3 or 4 points off there. I'm also off on the other team, though, so it's all fair. 9 points for Braden Arnold, who made a sizably long three-pointer. He made 3 of them, to be completely honest with you. 3 threes for 9 points for Braden Arnold. 5 points for Jaden Thomas, who made some very good moves, actually.
Yeah.
He made some very good moves to the basket, Mark. Very good. Actually, he had 6, so let me give you that. So that's where one of those came from. Just made some very nice moves to the basket. As you said, probably will be starting before all is said and done on this season. 2 points for Reese, 4 points for Brown, 2 points for Niles Barnett, And there you have it. Giles County comes into this game 4-3. They had defeated Fayetteville City substantially in their first matchup, but neither team had their football players at that point. 65-30 was that game. Doesn't look like we're going to have one of those again tonight.
Well, I mean, a lot could change in a half, but Fayetteville City looks like they came to play here tonight. And so, I hope it's another great half of basketball here. Sad that Giles County girls lost, but, coming into it, I was wondering, are we going to have another blowout here potentially? Is this going to be an interesting game? And it was a lot of fun. Obviously, you always hope for the hometown fans that Giles County picks up a win, but, that was just good December basketball.
Good December basketball. We need to put that on a T-shirt and sell it. Because December – the one thing I love about basketball is you can be the best team in the world in December, but that's not when it matters. You need to be doing your best whenever you get to February, especially the middle of February, and that's where everybody's trying to get to. Matter of fact, I asked Coach Campbell last week when I talked to him, how do you get your team ready to be ready for the run in February and March? And he said we basically have like 4 seasons. We have the pre-football season. We have the team when the football team players get there is our second season. Then your early region season, and then you start making your run late. And so, the Giles County High School, all these coaches, any basketball coach will tell you, I'd rather be playing good in February than December. And but they'd like to play good in December too.
Well, there are so many things in any given game that can change the complexity and the momentum of a game. Like a great example is, I really felt this past week in Fearless Forecasters. I was like, Bengals beat the Ravens 2 weeks ago by 22.
Yeah.
And the Ravens are a 3.5-point favorite. What happened in the span of 2 weeks that led to you going from a 3-touchdown winner? And then, of course, the Ravens destroyed them. And that really probably ended my chances of winning Fearless this year.
Well,
so shout out to Carrie. Will be her 4th championship.
I'm telling you, man. I used to do that. I'm glad I don't do it anymore. It gets on my nerves because I got to where I wasn't any good at it because I couldn't pay attention to what was going on. But I like to watch you guys, man. Y'all do so good. If you have never watched or played Fearless Forecasters, make sure you get your paper starting with the first week of college football, and we go all the way through the bowl games, and the bowl games are on there now. So
and we are running for 2 straight weeks for bowl games, right? They have 2 weeks to pick up an edition of the paper?
The December you have 2 straight newspapers. Yeah, that'll have the bowl
The one
game.
that comes out tomorrow, right?
Has the bowl game.
And then also next week, you're going to run it twice.
I think we'll run it, but they do have an extra week to get them in for the bowl games.
Correct.
At the very least. Hey, real quick, if you haven't seen your Giles County High School Bobcats or Lady Bobcats play yet this year, you need to come on out December the 19th, that's this Friday, or December the 20th, this Saturday, as they host their Giles County Christmas Classic. It is a way that the team uses to make some money for the program. They have several teams that are going to be playing on Friday. Elkmont will be playing Summertown boys. Collinwood girls in Battle Creek will play. Collinwood boys in Battle Creek will play. And then 6 o'clock Friday night, Giles County versus the Lauderdale County Alabama girls. And then at 7:30, the Giles County boys will take on the Lauderdale County Alabama boys. That's your matchups for Friday. And then December 20th, Saturday, you'll have Zion here versus Collinwood girls and Collinwood boys. Harriman will take on the Lawrence County boys. Corners will take on the Lawrence County girls. Cornersville boys will take on Elkmont. And then at 5:30, your Giles County girls will take on Colbert County, Alabama. And at 7 o'clock, your boys will take on Colbert County, Alabama. Fun. We're getting to that fun time of the year. High school holiday tournament basketball. You got to love it.
Absolutely. Chandler Harmon will be here. I will actually be doing Richland versus Eagleville Friday night.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a lot of fun, though. A lot of great basketball in this county, whether it's Giles County, Richland. It may even hear from Ardmore before it's all said and done, so it should be good.
Yeah. We probably will hear from Ardmore before it's all said and done. We're ticking down here to the last few seconds before we get this second half started. What do you think Giles County is going to have to do, Mark, to get this to get this win tonight?
More of the same. You got to play solid defense, and then offensively, I think you have to not let them dictate your possessions. You can't be going too early. You can't press things. Just, move the ball around, get some touches, and then get a quality shot. You won't always hit them, but if you're taking a shot within the offense, then that's a good shot. But I'm going to get some photos for the newspaper. I'm going to hand it off to you, Scott.
All right, brother. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to talk to my young friend here. You want to run that? You want to run that camera for me? You want to run the camera for me? Just follow the action. Yeah, just follow the action. So I'm recruiting. Once they get started, just follow them up and down the court. I'm recruiting some help here to move the camera. Thank you. What's your name? What's your name? Jonathan. Jonathan's going to help me tonight. Thank you, Jonathan. Till Mark gets back, so he's going to run the camera for me. I appreciate you, brother, and just keep it on them wherever they go. All right, wherever the ball goes, follow them. All right, Giles County's going to check in here. I think Giles County's going to need to play some good pressure defense, both full court and half court, and that's how we're going to get this win tonight. And now we've got something going on here. Something happened. We don't know anybody. Nobody knows what's going on. I think what's going on is that it should have been Fayetteville City ball. That's what's going on. So we'll get a chance to see. Giles County can keep some pressure up on defense. They really made a difference there in the late first half as they fought off what was an 8-point lead by Fayetteville City. Everybody leaves the man that is Thomas, and he drives to the basket for his 8th point, and Fayetteville City quickly takes the lead. Colt Ogle does his own little drive to the basket, and they take the lead back, does Giles County, 29-28, and Colt Ogle now has 5 points. Now, my numbers, I'm telling y'all this, and my numbers are not exactly right. I'm off somewhere. And I'm going to go ahead and give them to you what I got, but they are unofficial, as my friend Andy Chun used to say. Thomas hands it off to Barnett. Barnett out to Brown. Brown picked up by Reynolds. Now they're going to get it over to Reese and back to Brown. He's going to drive. Not Brown, Thomas. He's going to drive. He's going to be called for travel. So good defense again. Kason Howard causes the turnover, and Giles County has a chance to build the lead. 7:13 left in the third period. Colt Ogle brings it up. He drives, stops, kicks it in to Randolph. Randolph gives it back to him. He drives the lane, puts it up strong. Colt Ogle scores the basket, and he's going to get an and one. Giles County's lead grows to the biggest it's been tonight, 31-28, and Colt Ogle can make it 4 points with 7 minutes left in the third period. And he does not. But there's Xavier Reynolds. Xavier Randolph with the rebound, tips it over to Damari Allen. Damari Allen with the deuce. And now Giles County's lead is 5, 33-28. There's another turnover by Fayetteville City. Giles County's forcing turnovers, doing what Fayetteville City was doing to them, where Giles County wasn't getting shots at the basket. And now Fayetteville City's not getting no shots. Giles County is. Giles County's getting rebounds, and there's Damari Allen with a three, no good. The rebound this time comes down to Fayetteville City. Brown brings it up, kicks it out top to Thomas. There's Arnold. He's picked up by Randolph, almost stolen away by Kason Howard. Inbounded to Thomas, to Reese. Reese goes up against Randolph. Randolph with great defensive, and Kason Howard steals it away. He's racing down and goes up against two men in the middle, and it's going to the left. Goes to the left hand for his 11th point tonight. And Giles County's lead is now 35-28. And just like that, Giles County's up by 7. There's the pass over to Barnett. Now around to Brown. There's Thomas. Arnold. Arnold kicks it back to Thomas. Giles County defense making it hard for Fayetteville City to find their shot. They're not letting them get on their spots that they want. They can't get it underneath. And there's Brown with a long three, not the shot they wanted. No way they wanted that shot. Colt Ogle comes away with the rebound. He gets it to Allen. Allen's going to crank another three. Oh, that one looked real good for a long way, and Barnett went up and got it, and Damari Allen will be called for the foul. And 5.5 minutes left. Giles County leads by 7, 35-28. They led by 1 at halftime and trailed pretty much the whole first half. Now build it up. Fincher comes back in for Fayetteville City. He backs in against Xavier Randolph. Randolph's been a lot of trouble for him because Damari Allen's been doing a good job of helping. Rebound comes down to Brown. Now they're fighting for it. Rebound now comes down to Chase Reynolds, who fights out of there with it and gets it to Ogle going down the far side. Gets his instructions from Coach Nick Campbell. And there's Randolph in the corner. Hands it off to Howard. There's Colt Ogle in the corner. Three, no good. But Chase Reynolds, Johnny on the spot. Chase Reynolds goes up and gets the trash for the 2, and 37-28. It's a 9-point lead before 43 left here in the third period. Ogle picks up Thomas. Thomas takes him to the basket. There he meets Randolph there at the basket. Randolph will get called for the foul. I think they called that the second on Xavier Randolph. That's what I've got too, which is a miracle. Free throw up for Thomas is good. And that's just the third point. It's just the third point for Fayetteville City here halfway through the first quarter. All right, Damari Allen, Chase Reynolds check out. Checking in, Octavian Howard and Deshaun Howard. There's the other free throw. Court is full of Howards now. Ogle to Deshaun. Nope, he holds on to it. Now he kicks it to Kaysen. Kaysen picked up by the big man. They're going to call the foul on Brown, who is fighting with Xavier Randolph for position in the outer block there. That Brown's going to pick up the foul. Gets it into Kaysen Howard underneath the basket there on the baseline. He pulls up with a little fadeaway. My goodness. 12 points for Kaysen Howard is what I have. And Giles County has now taken a 39-30 lead. 39-30 lead over Fayetteville. That was just a nice little fadeaway jumper on the baseline for Kaysen Howard. Now stolen away by Deshaun Howard. He comes across half court, goes past the man, throws it off the backboard. Fighting for it is Xavier Randolph. I don't know why I can't say everybody's name tonight. Xavier Randolph, and the foul's going to be called on Fincher. That's it. I think it's his third foul, at least, maybe his fourth. Xavier Randolph, if you will, is up to the free throw line, and his first free throw is good. Sorry, I'm not getting the names right tonight, guys. Last time it was the camera. I got Jonathan running the camera for me this time, but the second one is no good. Rebound comes down to Howard. He gets it stripped away. They're fighting for it, and it comes out in the hands of Reese. Now they get it in the hands of Brown. He races up, goes to the basket against Randolph. Randolph swats at it. He's going to be called for the foul. Randolph needs to be careful. That's 3 on him, and Giles County needs him out there, and Brown's going to go back to the free throw line. He's better off at that point not challenging, because now he's picked up his third foul. Each team has 3 fouls here in the in the third period. We're going to take a full timeout. We'll take 30 seconds. We'll be back here in just a moment on KSR Sports. 30 seconds.
First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and our loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They're our friends and our neighbors. Together, we're making communities great. Member FDIC.
We are back here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to run all kinds of stuff up here. You'll have to excuse me. 3:35 left here in the third period. 40-30. Giles County leads by 10 in a game that they have trailed by as many as 8 early on in the first period. First half, took the lead late in the first half, was up by 1, and now Giles County leads 40-30. As Brown, that is Billy Brown, for Fayetteville City, goes to the free throw line and misses the second free throw. Casey Howard comes down to the rebound. It's knocked away by Barnett. It'll be possession 2. Wait a minute. It should be Giles County's ball. Possession should have been with Giles County. They were trying to give it to Fayetteville, but possession changes. Giles County will get the ball. For Fayetteville City, a couple of new players are in. Will Riddle in the middle, along with Braden Green for Fayetteville City. Giles County has Ogle, Xavier Hanna, Deshaun Howard, Kaysen Howard, and Octavian Howard. Kaysen Howard stops, shoots the 3. It will not go. It hits the top of the backboard. That will be out of bounds, and it will go over to Fayetteville City. 3:13 left. Also in the game is Hampton for Fayetteville City. Ball almost knocked away by Deshaun Howard. It will stay with Fayetteville City. I feel like we scored here in a little bit. It's 3:06 left in the third. Eric Gentry's coming in for Ogle. Hannah, Deshaun Howard, Kaysen Howard, Octavian Howard, Eric Gentry, and now that ball's thrown away, and it'll be back over and back, and Giles County will take over on the turnover. Eric Gentry brings it in to Kaysen Howard. Kaysen to Deshaun. Top of the key, pulls up, kicks it over to Gentry. Trying to find Hannah underneath. They do. He drives to the basket. The ball's knocked out. It'll be Miles Barnett probably with that foul. There's at least 2 on him. And they're going to say Xavier was going to the basket, so he's going to get to shoot 2. He misses the first. Now checking in is number 10, Anderson DeHart for Fayetteville City, and out will go Hampton. Xavier Hanna for his second free throw and his first point of the night. It's up, and it is good. Xavier Hanna makes his first point. That's a 41-30 lead now for Giles County. Giles County putting on the pressure. 2-2-1 zone pressure. They get it all the way down in the corner to another man that's checked in. He shoots a 3. That is no good. That is Romeo Wooten, whose ball hits the structure of the goalpost and goes out of bounds. Giles County with a chance to grow the lead. 2.5 minutes left. There's Gentry. Gentry cranks up a 3. No good. And it'll come down in the hands of Green. Green throws it away. Kaysen Howard goes into the lane, and Green will foul him. It's a bad little situation there for Green. He got himself in all kinds of trouble. Kaysen Howard now in the third period with 2.5 minutes left in the third period. Giles County Fayetteville City has 5 fouls, and that means Giles County will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this period. Kaysen Howard up there with 12 points unofficially, and he bounces the first one in. 42-30. Second one up, good. 43-30. Giles County leads. Barnett to Wooten. Wooten guarded by Howard. Has it not? It's knocked away. Gentry knocks it away from Barnett. Barnett pulls it back down. DeHart now to Green. Riddle sets a pick, drives to the basket, puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it back out to Wooten. Three-pointer on the way from DeHart, no good. Green and Howard fight for the rebound, and it'll be a tie ball, and it'll stay with Fayetteville City. Giles County leads 43-30, minute 42 left in the third. Giles County came into this with a 1-point lead in this third period, and now they lead by 11 because Niles Barnett hits a basket for his fourth point, and it's 43-32. Xavier Hanner drives to the basket. He's going to be fouled on the floor. He'll get to shoot two. He does make the basket, but they wave it off. It's 43-32 with a minute and a half left, and Xavier Hanna, who just went 1 for 2 at the free throw line just a few minutes ago, comes back in and has a chance to make a couple more shots. First one's off the front iron. I'm here with my friend Mark Mize. Mark's down there doing some newspaper work. He'll be back up here for the fourth period. We brought you the Giles County Lady Bobcats, who lost 70-62 in a really good ball game. Xavier Hanna hits the second. And that is 2 points for him and a 44-32 lead for Giles County, who is putting on some pressure against Fayetteville City. They get it in the corner to DeHart. His three goes up, no good, knocked out of bounds by Deshaun Howard. And it will stay on that end with Fayetteville City. Giles County, last time we were here, last Friday, led Spring Hill by 14 or led by double digits for a lot of that game, and eventually gave up the lead, tied it up, went to overtime, and then lost the lead again in overtime and was able to come back and beat Spring Hill. Tonight they trailed early, trailed for pretty much the whole first half. There's a turnover. Deshaun Howard goes to the basket. He'll get the deuce. I've got him with 7 so far. I'm not right. I've got somebody shorted some points, but it's 46-32 for Giles County. Shot up by Barnett is no good. Rebound comes down to Howard. Deshaun Howard, that is. He pulls back, does not shoot the three. Kicks over in the corner to Eric Gentry. His three is up. Oh, it's in and out. Riddle comes away with the rebound, and Hannah will be called for the foul. 2 for Hannah. Team's 5th, and that means Riddle will go to the free throw line for Fayetteville City. He'll be shooting 2. With Giles County up 46-32, Riddle can cut that down to a 12-point lead. As we're in 39 seconds away from the fourth period. First one is up and no good. Fayetteville City has gone completely to what appears to be a second string or a B team lineup. None of the players that started are out there on the floor right now. Hannah comes away with the rebound. It's stolen away. Barnett pulls up. Barnett started. I'll take that back. But he is the only one out there that started. All the starters are on the bench for Fayetteville City. 18 seconds. Howard to hit Gentry, back to Kaysen. He drives, puts up a little runner. Shot no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and it's in. 16 points now for Kaysen Howard. They steal it away. Deshaun Howard gets it, and he goes up with a little reverse scoop. 9 points for him, and that'll end the third period. We'll be back in 1 minute. Giles County leads 50-34. We'll be back here listening to KSR Sports.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at biggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
Welcome back in here to Giles County High School, Hart Mayfield Gymnasium. Scott Stewart with you, along with my friend Mark Mize is on his way up. I want to thank Jonathan for running the camera for me here in the second half. As Kaysen Howard goes to the basket now, and it's 52-34. It's 52-34 in favor of the Bobcats, and Kaysen Howard now has 18 points, and now Giles County goes down to the other end. Long pass is thrown back out to Randolph. Randolph gets it to Allen. Allen goes into the lane, has it tipped away, and Giles County, Fayetteville City's going the other way. They got their starters back in there. As Thomas has it knocked away, it'll stay on that end of the floor. So Giles County comes into the halftime with a comes into the end of the third with a 50-34 lead. And Giles County now leads 52-34. Kaysen Howard with another basket makes it 54-34. And Giles County starting to run away with this one, as for pretty much the third period, Fayetteville City had what I would say is probably at least their second string, if not, you could call it a B team. But there's Thomas, Jaden Thomas adding to his total with a 3. And it's 54-37. Colt Ogle kicks it out to Deshaun Howard. Now Xavier Randolph. There's Howard with a 3, top of the key. First Realty Group three-pointer for Deshaun Howard, and it's 57-37. 57-37 with 6:41 left in the ball game. Giles County leads by 20. Ball turned over. Damari Allen brings it up for the Bobcats. He goes to his left, goes to the baseline, puts a shot up, no good, altered by the big man. Here comes Fayetteville City. Thomas in the corner to Brown. Brown's 3 is on the way. It's no good. Rebound, Randolph, excuse me. Randolph gets it to Ogle. Ogle, with a fake. He goes to the basket, the little skip step, and he'll get the basket and the foul. Cole Ogle showing off tonight. He's got 9. He's looking for his 10th point. It's 59-39, excuse me. 59-39. Ogles makes it 60-39. Giles County leads. .6:17 left. Giles County is up by 21. I'm still not sure what the deal was, but now having checked in is Kaysen Dibbins for Fayetteville City. As Thomas loses control, the ball goes out of bounds off of Fincher, and Randolph will inbound it for Giles County. Giles County leading. That whole third period was a completely different group than their starters, and Giles County ran away with that third period and spotted them basically just, what a nice move by Kaysen Howard to split the defenders for his 22nd point, 62-39. On the other end, the young man that I just mentioned, Dibbins, scores his first 2, and it's 62-41. 5:50 left in the ball game. Mark, a lot different. Once again, a lot different than when you left.
It is, but this time in a good way.
In a good way, right. Yeah, whenever this happened for the girls' game, it was the other way around. The girls had fallen behind. But now Giles County's built a 21-point lead. What did you see down there?
Well, really just the fact that Giles County just was putting so much pressure on Fayetteville City, creating a lot of turnovers. Big three-pointer there from Kason Howard. And by the way, that was the second half of what I was about to say. Kason Howard has really come alive. The transition offense is about as good as any game I've seen this season. Really impressed.
Oh, you mean that was his 25th point, that First Realty Group?
Really?
First Realty Group 3 was his 25th point of the night. He had 9 at halftime.
Just look at the other end of the court, though. How quickly they got the ball down. How quickly they're forcing Fayetteville City to foul. And I always felt like Giles was going to win tonight just because, I thought over the course of the night the better team more often than not does win, but I'll tell you, I did not know it was going to change this quickly.
Damari Allen with a great rebound.
We could conceivably get to a 35-point game just like last time after it was a 1-point game at halftime. I mean, just a complete reversal of roles here
You
tonight.
told me that might happen. I think that may be Randolph's 4th foul. Well, they basically didn't play the starters for the whole third period, did Fayetteville City, and that made a world of difference.
I think they're a little bit fluid, though, in terms of I think there are a lot of guys who are going to play a lot of minutes. And so even their second-team guys might be some guys who they feel comfortable getting a lot of minutes. But, I mean, you make a fair point.
That was Fincher that got the foul. It was his 5th, I believe.
Well, that also could be part of it when you have foul trouble.
But, I mean, they had their whole first – only person that was out there that started was Niles Barnett in the whole – pretty much throughout the whole third period. And Giles County was able to build this big lead that we got now, 26 points. As Colt Ogles will be coming up, and Giles County's actually going to do a little substituting of their own.
That really shows the fact that they kind of feel this game is under wraps.
Arnold gets the rebound on the Kason Howard miss, and there goes. That Reese to the basket, gets his own rebound and scores. Does Keeson Reese. And it's 67-43. Ogles has been putting on a clinic on driving to the basket, by the way.
Yeah. And I believe, am I right that he's only a sophomore?
I think that's right.
Yeah. I mean, once again, look at this team. We talked about how few seniors, Deshaun Howard's a senior. Who else is a senior for the boys? There should be banners somewhere around here where I could tell, but I don't see them.
I don't either.
Both the girls and the boys have few seniors.
Very few.
That's kind of my point that I was making there.
All right, you got a wholesale change here. Xavier Hanna.
Hockey substitution, as Wade would call it.
Whole line substitution. So Hanna, Gentry, Octavian Howard, Chase Reynolds, and Deshaun Howard are all in the game for Giles County. You got Edmiston is a new player that we haven't seen for Fayetteville City. You got Reese with the ball now is Divins. Out top there is Carter. And now they get it off to Edmiston, and the ball's thrown away. Octavian Howard gets it knocked away, and it'll stay with Giles County.
One thing that I thought was also interesting, this is the first time I've seen Xavier Hanna play considerable minutes in basketball, because I really hadn't seen him much the last couple of years.
Right.
And I think he's a junior. Yeah. And really, defensively, he's going to commit a few fouls you may not want him to, but oh my goodness, when he is playing hard defense, he's basically unstoppable. He's so big, he's so strong, he's so physical. You know, I was really impressed a couple possessions where he basically just consumed a Fayetteville City player on offense.
He takes up space, is the old saying.
Yeah.
We have a Nick White sighting, by the way, for Giles County.
He had started early in the season before the football players got there. And that was the first guy who Coach Campbell praised when I interviewed him after the Page game.
Right. Nick, I've been watching him because I've been getting here early enough to watch second half of the B-team games, and he has been showing out in those B-team games, along with a young man named Robbie Lindelof. But those two guys have really done a lot to catch your eye, at least on those B-team games. So It's good to see him out here in varsity action.
Well, Lindelof was always a great shooter in middle school.
Right. There's Chase Reynolds under the basket. Shots up, no good. The foul will be called on Divins. And Giles County's looking to score score 70 tonight with 3:14 left. They're looking to get to the 770, and all they need is one of these free throws from.
Believe that would
Reynolds.
be a season high for them.
I don't have all the scores because some of them I don't have written down here. But
I'll pull it up.
But the ones that I see, you're correct. Second one is good. So they do get that 70 mark as Chase Reynolds gets his third point. And now the ball's knocked away by Gentry. Gentry backs it off. Talking about the three. Gets it to Reynolds for the three. His three is no good. Rebound to Riddle for Fayetteville City. Tigers push it up. Reese at the free throw line. Little runner on the way. Nice little teardrop runner.
That was good. You don't see that much in high school.
No. Very, very nice shot. And now on the other end, Reynolds gets his 5th point. So he drives to the basket, and it's 72-45. Giles County may go for 80 tonight if we keep this up. There's another shot by Reynolds that goes in. 8 points for him now all of a sudden. Giles County leads by 25. Ball's knocked away. Divins goes to the basket, won't go. Rebound comes down to Reese. He puts it up, and Reese has scored 6 straight points. He's got 10, and it's 72-49. Don't tell Reese it's over. Hannah drives to the basket, strong with the right hand.
I thought he was going to dunk it.
I did too, man. I thought it was going down. 72-51. They've cut the lead down now to 21 points. Has Fayetteville City, and now there's a shot by Reese, who is on a heater. Riddle gets the rebound. He gets his first two. 74-53. I'm sorry.
They haven't gotten back on like 4 straight possessions. I mean, you can do all the scoring in the world if you're just not going to run the court. And it's just not going to matter.
It should be 53, shouldn't it?
I don't know.
That's what I had, but anyway.
I'm going to go get pictures of the scorebook after this one, so.
My numbers don't really matter anyway. 76-51 is what the scoreboard has. We'll just keep it there. Reese in the lane. Shot up, in and out. Nick White with the rebound. Xavier Hanna brings it down for Giles County. Timeout called. We're going to get another wholesale line. There comes Robbie Lindelof.
This time it's the true
Micah Bullock.
Junior Bobcats.
Michael Bullock is going to check in. Robbie Lindelof's going to check in. We've got C.K. Bryant checking in. Nick White stays out there. And J.J. Garrison. These are the guys that were out on the court whenever I first got here this evening. Along with the same guys that were out there for Fayetteville City.
When Fayetteville City was up by 8 midway through the second quarter, did you think we'd get to this point?
No, I said something about it at halftime. I said, we're not going to get there, and we still almost got there.
We're not going to see the JV button, yet we did because Giles County put on such a show in the third quarter.
1 minute left, 76-51, and there is Micah Bullock. Steps in and just hits a First Realty Group 3 for his 3 points. How about that?
Let's see him get 80.
79-51 is the score. Under a minute, Riddle gets the ball knocked away. It'll be a foul called on White. Fayetteville City man down. Giles County's going to come away with this one. They're going to go to 5-3 on the season. 3 losses are to Page, Summit, and Lincoln County. 3 very good teams. Giles County had their fight on their hands for the first half of this one, but have pulled away in the second half. And like Mark said, we're going to see if we can hit an 8 spot tonight. Second one for Riddle's up, no good. Rebound to Lindelof. Lindelof takes it up to the far side. Gets it into Bullock. Bullock drives, a little teardropper from the baseline, no good. Gets the rebound, kicks it back out. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Bryant. Bryant can't make it go. He'll go down, he'll fall down or be pulled down on the rebound.
He'll get free throws.
He'll get free throws. All he got to do is make one of the two. To number 1, get on the scorecard, and number 2, give Giles County 80 points with 26 seconds left.
So what does that mean? They've scored 54 in the second half so far?
20 in the second half?
Yeah. Because it was 25 at
Oh,
halftime,
yeah, it was
wasn't
27. That's right.
Oh, it was 27. My bad.
Yeah. First one is no good.
Still, they would have scored 100 if they had two halves like this.
Yeah, second one is good. Giles County gets up to 80 points, 80 to 53, as Bryant hits the free throw. 18 seconds. Reese again. My goodness.
He actually was one of two names that I knew because they'd played meaningful minutes in the past.
Right.
He's a pretty good player.
80 to 55. 54. I don't know. How did they get 54? Final scoreboard says 80 to 54. I don't think that's right. Thank you, brother. Jonathan, I appreciate you running the camera for me, buddy. Thank you. Jonathan was my partner here running the camera for me while Mark was gone. I'm going to take a couple of minutes and crunch the wrong numbers, but I'm still going to crunch them. Mark's going to go get the scorebook here in a little bit, get him some interviews for the newspaper. But I tell you what, let's take a 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes. We'll be back here in just a minute on KSR Sports.
Natural gas safety tips brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas. Call before you dig. Don't hit a buried gas line. Before you dig or move earth in any way, call your local one-call number or utility locator service. They can tell you the location of buried natural gas lines, power lines, and other utilities so you can dig safely. These tips are brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas, 363-1752, 363-1752.
Attention Giles County residents, looking for your next career opportunity? Look no further than M&M Staffing, your trusted local staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper and recruiters Cree Holt and Mercedes Houston are all proud members of Giles County who understand our community inside and out. At M&M Staffing, we're your neighbors supporting local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes that matter to you. Visit us on Facebook, step into our office, or apply online at mnmstaffing.net. You can also give us a call at 931-347-4255. M&M Staffing, your bridge to a brighter future in Giles County.
At Haney Realty and Property Management, we strive to work with all your real estate needs. Listing, buying, property management, or rental, we have got you covered. Call me, Daniel Haney, at 931-309-8291 or come by the office located at 109 South 1st Street in Pulaski, and one of our agents will be able to assist you. Our website is www.haneyrealtypm.com. Haney Realty and Property Management. We are your best friend in real estate.
For all your real estate, property management, and auction needs, contact Haney Realty Auction Company.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpsters.
Welcome back in. Scott Stewart here with you as we wind up this ball game here. Giles County runs away with it late, but what was a battle for the Bobcats early on. I mean, Giles County trailed the whole first half except for the final second. The final second, I tell you, they had a free throw. I think it was from Deshaun Howard in the final second, and took the lead at 27-26. And the third period was all Bobcats as they ran out. By the end of the third period, they were up 27-26 at the end of the second, 46-34 by the end of the third. And then by the end of the fourth, by the end of this ball game, Giles County was up 80-54, and they have won this ball game, going to 5-3 on the season. For Giles County, these numbers are not correct because I did not get them correct. But on the season, Giles County got for the night, Giles County got 25 points from Kaysen Howard, 11 from Cole Ogle. Deshaun Howard also had 11. You had 7 from Randolph. Xavier Randolph, 3 from Michael Bullock. Chase Reynolds came in and got 7. Xavier Hanna scored 4. 1 point for C.K. Bryant, 2 points for Damari Allen. Got a lot of scores in here. Giles County has now won 5. They beat Spring Hill Friday. So that's 2 in a row now with the win now over Fayetteville. And their losses are to Lincoln County, Summit, and Page, but their victories are over Spring Hill twice and Fayetteville twice. And then also, who else did they defeat? The KIPP World Class. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of group of a team. And so they have defeated Spring Hill twice, Fayetteville twice, that team, and then lost 3. So 5-3 for the Bobcats, who, like I said, struggled mightily in the first half, but brought it on in here out of the locker room and won this ball game 80-54. For your top scorers for Fayetteville City were 13 points for Jaden Thomas, 12 points for Reese, 9 points for Braden Arnold, 6 for Barnett. You had 2 for Riddle, 1 for Divins, 4 for Brown, and Giles County comes away with the win, the 26-point win over Fayetteville City. The Lady Bobcats dropped their game 70-62. What was a pretty good ball game. Giles County wasn't able to pick up pick it up there in the second half, and the Lady Tigers were able to beat the Giles County 70-62. All right, Mark, hand me that sheet down there. Let me just go back over these games that are coming up Friday.
Yeah.
And then just to remind you guys, if you want to see the Bobcats and Lady Bobcats in action, you can come out here Friday or Saturday for the Giles County Christmas Classic. It's a way to support the team and also to see a couple of pretty good ball teams play. Giles County girls play at 6 o'clock Friday. Giles County versus Lauderdale County girls. That's Alabama team. And then also Giles County versus Lauderdale County Alabama boys. That's at 7:30. So 6 and 7:30. And then at Saturday, 5:30 and 7, Giles County girls against Colbert County, Alabama, and Giles County boys against Colbert County, Alabama, 7 p.m. That's part of the Giles County Christmas Classic. I appreciate you being here for me and helping me out with the camera. You and Jonathan did a good job with the camera, and I didn't have to fool with it. So that's
I appreciate that. Hey, did you want me to call out the final scores?
Please do, because I know I got them wrong.
Game high 26 for Kaysen Howard, and you were correct. Only 9 of those in the first half, so huge second half there for Mr. Howard. 14 for Deshaun Howard, 13 for Coat Ogle, and then I'm just going to go top to bottom. 2 points for Damari Allen, 1 for Octavian Howard, 7 for Chase Reynolds, 3 for Micah Bullock, 9 for Xavier Randolph, 1 for C.K. Bryant, and 4 for Xavier Hanna. So once again, players in double figures. Kaysen Howard, 26, Deshaun Howard, 14, and then 13 points for Coat Ogle. As for the Fayetteville City Tigers, 15, a team high for Jaden Thomas, 12 for Kassan Reese, 9 for Braden Arnold, 4 for Billy Brown, 2 for Kaysen Divins, 3 Jack Fincher, 6 Niles Barnett, and 3 Will Riddle. So only 2 players in double figures for them. Jaden Thomas with 15 and Kassan Reese with 12.
All right, Mark, that's a great night for the Giles County Bobcats. So, once again, hats off to the Bobcats. They got some action coming up this weekend. As we say, wonderful December basketball. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see and to speculate. But we all know January and February are coming, and that's where you got to be able to play. So, hopefully they're learning. Hopefully they're getting better by the time that this is just the beginning of the season for them.
When's the last time we did Giles County basketball together?
Ooh. Now, you know I'm gotten old. I can't remember stuff.
I have a guess. Do you think it was when we were up at Cheatham?
Is that the last time?
Pat Head Summit Court up there? I was going to say Giles County girls versus. I feel like that was the last time.
Your memory is a lot better than mine, buddy.
I could be wrong, but it feels like it feels like that was the last time. So honestly, it was an honor, sir.
I feel like I did a couple of games last year, but I don't know.
You didn't do them with me, though.
Not with you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like I did a couple of games from the end zone down there,
yeah.
But I haven't done any with the Pulaski Citizen Live. But we've shut that down, and so we're.
I was doing almost exclusively Richland last year for Pulaski Citizen Live.
And I will say this: as much as I enjoyed doing Pulaski Citizen Live, I'm glad that these games are at this point this year are being picked up by WKSR. I'm glad that they're allowing me to be part of it, and I know you are too. And yes, like I said, like you said, this is an honor to get out here and do it again with you, brother. We'll try to maybe the stars will align and we'll do it again sometime.
I'm sure we will.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for supporting the Giles County Bobcats. Make sure you support all of our sponsors, and we will be back with you again as soon as possible here on KSR.